here we are. We're live. Good evening, everyone.
We're live.
Yes, we are.
Good evening.
Hello, hello.
There, I fixed it. Can you hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Okay. See,
welcome, everyone. How's that?
I need to work on my... How are you?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm good.
This is already off to a fucking rip-roaring banging start.
I'm just so confused.
So am I. I don't feel, I'm all discombobulated. I don't, my TV losing the internet just completely frazzled me. Like it's TV. Okay, we didn't have a natural disaster here or a fucking thunderstorm or any of the other stuff, but the TV not being able to connect to the internet has just messed me up for the rest of the night.
Well, let's fix that, shall we?
It's fixed. I'm good now. I should be fine.
Excellent.
Let me rein myself in. Okay.
Okay, are you reined in?
Yeah, I'm reined in. I'm harnessed. All my chi is harnessed. I'm feeling fab.
All right. Good evening, Sugar Beet. Good evening, Michelle, Shmita. Max is in the house. Allie79. Teresa is here. Momo. Yvonne. Our girl Sam. Team Psych Ward. And Rody Gal is here too. Hi, welcome. Come on in. Make yourselves comfortable. Grab you some popcorn, a nice pop, or whatever tickles your fancy. Sit back. If you feel strong winds tonight, that would be our girl's dilemma. So, to file a complaint for weather-related, concerns, let us know, and we'll let Zulema know. How's that sound?
Yeah, well, I feel that's good.
It sounds fair, right?
Correct. Yes. What happened to the banner?
Shmita is our co-host, remember?
Oh, that's right. So she's just removing banners now?
Yes, to show us behind there.
Oh, I see. They know what we look like, Shmita. I want to highlight these bangs. This is why we're all here. The bangs.
All right, well, let's just continue with our Melanie Gibb, and we will then, do our thing.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
She thought she had the power to do that.
Sound good?
And I remember Chad and Lori said something, and I don't know if anybody else said anything. So who was it?
So Chad was there in the circle.
Oh, yeah.
Lori was there.
Yep. And I think Melanie.
Yeah.
And Alex, Sulema, me, and David. David doesn't remember any of it. You can ask him. He's blocked it, dude. He was so blocked. He can't remember it.
And this was after Charles died.
This was right after he died when we had.
Well, we already saw this,
we
right?
got together one time in Charles's house.
We did.
So it might have been Brandon.
We're just at the part where the demon almost comes out, remember, because she makes that noise that's like one octave below only dogs can hear, and then she flings herself back real quick in the chair. That's where we're at.
Okay.
We're right past the table flop.
Tell me again about the knocking on the door.
So something about one night there was this is what Chad would tell occur with Charles, they said. So, okay, this was the first thing, is they were trying to cast out normal, like casting out.
Yeah,
right?
Okay, normal casting out.
Normal, like casting out, like,
there. We can't get him out. they're breaking eternal law, right? This is what we're saying.
Okay, the
Cast
bangs are
his
back and
personal spirit out
back
and
and
put you in.
banging.
So then they
The
finally said, we
bangs
got
are in
outline.
full effect.
To our
They're
priesthood,
literally
we got an
pointing,
outline.
like when you
Oh,
point your
Next
two
one up.
fingers at your eyes, and then you point them at the person you want them to know that you're watching them. The bangs are doing all the work. Hello,
Yes.
Heather, whatever.
I am watching it. Hi, Heather. Oh, girl, Heather, I just got your email today. So check this out. How rude is this? At some point during some random Apple update, right? It decides to turn off all of my notifications. And I'm sitting there today wondering, like, I haven't heard from anyone in quite a while. Like, I wonder what's going on. So I open my email, and lo and behold, there's like 169 messages. I've not been getting notifications for like the last month. So I'm so sorry. Like, I have a lot of catching up to do. Obviously,
Wow.
obviously the dark side is trying to tempt me. So
Yeah, clearly, that's exactly what's going on. You're trying. They're just resist.
yes, I am
Just
resisting.
resist.
That came into Charles.
Okay,
This-
what? Oh,
What
This
happened?
is supposed to be a more advanced, darker spirit.
Okay, so if,
Look at her.
According
Oh,
to
like
him.
the darker spirit has a PhD, or what? Advanced darker spirit. What does that even mean? I need you to better explain,
This was supposed to
Melanie.
be a more advanced, darker spirit.
Oh, look what she's doing. She's bewitching
her
him with
face.
those two. Yes. And
She
the
has
bangs. Look at the bangs. They're
she's the woman with the fire behind her eyes, remember?
yes.
Oh,
But no special power.
no, she just sees Jesus.
Yeah, right. And has hot
her
head.
Yes, her head gets hot.
At random times for zero reasons. That's what it is.
okay, so if
Yeah,
if
according
the
to
body,
him.
if the body keeps receiving dark spirit,
Yeah.
Does that body have to be destroyed?
Oh, no. See, they were learning. It was a never figured out. This was Chad pretending more and more along the way, is my opinion now. It's like, he was just like, okay, that didn't work, but what can I come up with to keep Lori happy, right? And let me just figure this out and come up with, I don't know if he even played all the way through, because Lori was so pushy about being with him. And I think he was so infatuated, which you and I both know he was with her. I think he just got more creative in his darkness. And I think it just went on line by line by line. I don't think that's my feeling. I could be wrong. Maybe he had some people say, oh, a writer, knows the end of it. I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you this then. With these castings, we know that, I think we know, it was with Charles. They tried casting Charles.
Look at her face.
They, at one point, tried casting Brandon.
I think so. It feels familiar. I'll just say that. Because they deemed him as really dark right about the time, probably either right after Charles died, because then they were trying to help Melanie, because now she would go hooks into Melanie. She got totally taken out by Lori. Brandon.
Hooks and Melanie.
That's right. We did see this part.
This is the part we were left off at. Hooker hearts and the hooker hooks and the Melanie.
Oh my.
He's dark. He's actually, we found out more about him. So first he's this. Oh, wait, we discovered more about him. Now now we know he's actually a high level. He's like up there with Hitler kind of thing, right?
Right.
And yeah.
Did they ever say that?
He was one of the Hitler crowd. He was one of the group that associated with Hitler. Mm-hmm.
Was he?
Yeah, did you know that?
I must have missed that somewhere.
Yeah, well, you're not missing much.
But Tammy.
Look, those banks cannot be controlled. They don't give an F.
That's a good one, because that one's different.
She tried it, and they're like,
She was sweet.
Nope,
right?
not today, Satin.
No, it was at the very...
Yeah, Shinner.
And that's a good thing,
Shmita.
thank you, because I got
Shmita,
to
you got that,
around.
Shmita?
Tammy what would they have said about her? Because she didn't have an evil spirit in her. So then at the very end, she
Her
did.
bangs look like those rods they use to find water.
Because it was, she probably told me that once, so it's not like it was a lot of time.
I was
on camera.
thinking they looked
Knowledge.
like the divination rods.
What did she say about Tammy? I don't know that she. I remember she said right in September. Oh, there's evil spirits starting to work on Tammy now. Tammy's good, but they're not in her yet. They're like working on her. And they're coming around the house, something like that. And then she had this knock at the door one night, and Tammy wakes up to go see who it was. And of course, Chad and Lori
Please
said,
pause.
that was Julie Rowe's spirit that came and knocked on the door.
Okay. What was the point of knocking on the table? We're all familiar what a knock on the door sounds like, okay? And you, why does she have to do everything so friggin' extra? Like, you're not entertaining children at the library reading a story, ma'am. You're discussing casting evil spirits from a human. Oh my God, I can't take her already. I'm already annoyed with her knocking on the door.
I mean, but that bang is very serious, and we're missing the number 2, so this is an emergency.
Okay,
That sound
you
familiar?
lost me right there.
So she knocks like the cop.
I did share this with somebody. I really feel like it's come out somewhere along the journey.
It probably is, but you gotta understand, man, there's so much that's coming out here, sometimes we have trouble keeping straight.
I don't blame you. That's why I keep saying, call me. If you have like a brain cramp, Melanie can help me sort me out, because I can at least I got my memory.
Oh, yeah, that's why we're here.
I know, but
Melanie, you're not sorted out. How are you going to sort anybody out?
Keep it collected. Ask me.
Ask me.
She's awfully helpful, huh?
She sure is. She's like a
if
Girl
you have a
Scout.
brain fart, just holler at me.
She said a brain spat. What'd she say? Cramp? A brain cramp? Okay, my brain's done a lot of things, but cramp ain't one of them, ma'am.
I think she had FOMO with
And then she busted out Blondie. Call me.
Because I'm going to tell the truth. Nobody's going to tell it like me.
All right. So tell me.
Oh.
So something
about one night.
I wonder.
Challenge accepted, Melanie.
It was, this is what Chad would tell Lori, that Tammy woke up to a knock at the door, and then he would say, maybe to Julie, I don't know. I mean, to his wife, I don't know. But he said, she told me that he said it was Julie's spirit knocking at the door. That's what woke her up. So that was one indication. And it seems like there could have been other things. I can't recall. But she just said, I felt this feeling of like they were.
Why are you looking off into the distance as if the answer to what you're trying to recall is over the horizon? Ever notice that people do that? They look off into the horizon. Yeah, as if the memory is going to be coming over the horizon like the fucking sun. No. No. This is how you know people be lying. This one, she's just making shit up now.
Mm.
That these evil spirits are now trying to get a hold of her. Oh, and then she says she's starting to question if he's seeing somebody else.
Lori was.
Or no, Tammy was. That's what she
right.
would tell. So that's how they knew the evil spirits were in her, is because now she was starting to, and I don't remember what she said, something like, are you seeing another woman? Something maybe like that.
Do you know when that was?
Yeah, that was that time we went September, that weekend.
Oh, conveniently a month before Tammy. A month before Tammy was killed, Tammy started questioning Chad because he was like walking around with Lori open around, like.
But that's how you know the evil and knocking. What is this? An Edgar Allan Poe poem?
Yes.
Knocking at my chamber door. Quoth the raven. Is that what her spirit was?
Exactly.
Ravens do carry messages, but whatever. That's not what we're here for.
As soon as Tammy started questioning Chad, whoop, The spirits are getting to her.
See, again, why I couldn't be part of this cult or probably any other because of all the questions that I do, which obviously means that I'm possessed by evil, like
Obviously.
Mermaid Man. Evil.
Bloop bloop.
And I was up there. She would tell me that when I was in her apartment.
Lori told you that.
Yeah, and that was when she was telling that JJ.
I think we did know that.
Yeah, everything I can remember, I tried my best to as fresh as I could. Yeah, I did share. I feel like I shared it. It feels super familiar with me sharing that. Anyway, so, but she didn't tell me when she got in her spirit.
It feels super familiar me sharing that. Anyway, don't interrupt me again, officer.
And I don't know that she ever said who was. She was trying to describe it, but I don't even remember what she said.
Can I interject really quick?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the castings because we're kind of getting just sidetracked just a little.
She's clearly not impressed with Officer Numero Dos.
About 10 of them, and then some over the phone. Roughly.
Oh, she's doing the lean in and listen. Okay, Melanie, I see you,
girl.
girl.
I can remember, if not all of them. There might have been a few that weren't, but it felt like they were, if not all, Charles.
And Lori would start it, and you would
go around the room. She'll always.
You'd go around the room, and each person would say something.
Have something to say.
Describe to me. Let's say we're in the casting. What would you say?
I would say so they would always refer to the evil spirit. So if it was Ned, they'd say
all by name.
And I can't remember if I said Ned's name or not. I don't know. But anyway, I just say, Jesus Christ is your Savior. Come to Him and remember that you can always repent and come to Him. So it was my testimony of the repentance and the power of the Savior. That was what I said.
Look, her bang, that's the divining rod is pointing at officer number 1.
He went through hard
No matter what she does with her head, the bang follows officer 1.
You can come to the light side.
Also, you know what else I noticed? Every time she does that weird thing with her mouth, she reminds me of that chick in Up in Smoke after she does that rail of Comet, and she does that weird thing with her mouth and she's like, and then she makes her tongue roll and creak. I don't know what she does to crack. I don't know what it does. But when she does, that's what she reminds me of, is the chick from Up in Smoke.
Oh my God. I simply can't.
I can't either. If she says the number 4, I'm quitting the internet. 4 times.
Wasn't doing it in a way that I was angry or upset or any negative. Like, I like Charles, so
I mean, the officer seems a
against
bit
anybody.
defensive.
So you would say that.
Yeah, and then somebody else would.
He's
and
like,
then they would move on to the
yeah,
next
she's
person.
full of shit.
And so a person would say, "Oh gosh."
So what was your gift that brought you into that circle? What was your gift? Because each person in the circle had a gift.
Nobody really had a gift until they stepped. It seems like they had a gift all of a sudden when they stepped into the circle. Does that make sense? Like, there was no gift outside of it except for Sulema. Sulema seemed to be the one that had the gift of moving the earth, because she did the visionary stuff. She could see, so she was the only one that I knew of that had that kind of gift.
Do you remember Lori giving anybody assignments? Okay, you be water, you be fire.
Yeah, a little bit as she started to learn it more, but that probably backed off after a while because she stopped. Like I said, she got rid of some people in the group. So then it kind of just branched off to her and Lori would do a lot of it on their own in the temple. And I'd come and see them in the temple later. I was like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, oh, we just were talking about how to, do this and da da da.
Zulema, Lori?
What?
Who? Lori and who?
Zulema. So they'd be in the temple doing it sometimes. And they would just do it like they'd sit beside each other and just hold hands or something like that. Like, nobody could really tell what they're doing. And they would I'd see them talking and then they would just close their eyes and then think that they could do something like leave their bodies, and I've heard people do weird stuff like that. Like, it happens to people. I don't know. I've never had those experiences, but anyway, so somebody would do something about water and I can't remember the words. They were so different. Sorry, I'm trying. Crystals or whatever, and I'm trying to remember Nicole and Christina. Like, what was
that's okay. That's okay.
I don't really remember.
So you guys go around the circle. Each person says their part, right?
Yeah.
And then it comes back to Lori.
That sounds
Most
like the
likely.
most messed up
And
game
how
of
does
Duck
Lori
Duck
close
Goose
it?
ever.
Like, how do you guys get done with
I know.
the casting?
She would invite the spirit to come out of the body. And I think a few times, if I remember now.
But did she use the magic word? Maybe that's what went wrong.
Well, asking the spirit to come out of the body is committing murder, basically.
I see. It's okay.
So yeah.
I see.
So this is the delicate part because their version of exorcisms involve killing people.
I see.
So
I
this is the dance now because this is Thriller,
see.
So Melanie has got to really delicately dance around this.
I see. Okay.
Hence
Okay.
hence the glaze into the horizon.
They would try to, what's the right word, seal it up or something like that.
Like shoot him in the head, yeah.
Yeah.
Like sealing the
Like the
blessing.
sealing, yeah. Like try to seal it where they could, that light energy that was going into them that would cause that evil spirit go, okay, I'm gonna leave now. So they were trying to invite it to leave now. And she just talked to, I think at the end she would just try to seal that up and try to think she had the power to talk it out of leaving the body.
And that's something you believed in at the time.
I kind of believed in it. I didn't
Lies.
100%. It's hard to 100% believe in anything that's not true. So at the time, I thought, well, I don't know if this is a fact.
Wait a minute, did she just say it's hard to believe 100% in something that's not true?
Yes, that's exactly what she said. And this is what I'm thinking. Ma'am, I don't know how to say this to you, so I'm just going to friggin' say it. But I don't typically roll with people I consider to be liars. I don't hang around with them. I don't take their phone calls, and I don't participate in their fucked up games of Duck Duck Goose or castings or whatever you want to call it. So, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a lie. That you a liar.
Effective or not, but it seems that's the direction she's going because she doesn't know what to do about this evil spirit in the body. I don't know if it's working or not because she's saying one time it's here and then I said, Chad, all the body left. So when the first entity first left, Ned, it got really weird after that. Actually, she called Chad. She's like, "Did we get the body? We had a prayer. Did we get the spirit out?" Because he would be the one that dinged it, and he'd say, "Yes, it left." And then, well, where is it? And then, what is his body dead? Because they thought maybe his body would drop dead, which never happened. So she thought that Charles was dead. Okay. Yeah, thank you. It takes a while to remember all this stuff because there's so many details. And
the Adderall is probably starting to kick in.
Yes.
on
yes.
top of the Coke.
On top of the rail.
Oh my gosh. So she just said that basically Lori sits in a temple with Zulema holding hands. Zulema is trying to summon the winds and the water and the fires to try to kill Charles Vallow, who is actually Ned. And then she would call Chad Daybell and ask him, hey, did it work? Did our little spell work? And he'd be like, oh, yes. He'd look at his map and his pendulum and he'd be like, oh, yes, Ned did leave him. But then, of course, Ned would have to come back because this is all bullshit.
Correct.
Until Lori's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
Yeah, I'm
Where's
going to
my
get
brother?
rid of. Correct.
We're about to perform an exorcism.
For
Watch
reals.
this, Chad. Let me show you how to cast.
Correct.
I'm just visualizing as much as I can. So I remember then she said that something like Brandon was involved. It was so dumb. And Brandon was helping get rid of the bodies, something. But anyway, we find out. Then he said, so he kept changing things, the story all the time. And then he would say, oh no, that's not really what, because, she obviously found out Charles was alive. Oh, that's not what happened. It was Brandon's father's body that died or something stupid like that. He would always try to put it off, like find an excuse why it didn't work. So when, that first time she said that Charles was going to get in the car accident and die, that January, because I remember it was right around my birthday, and then because it was right after Christmas, and then I said, well, why didn't he die? And then Charles's excuse, which was always Julie Rowe's excuse that I heard, was, oh, because of agency, it didn't happen. You know, these people didn't meet up with the right plan, and it didn't go
Yes,
according to
and
plan. So
probably
it just
both.
failed it. So
Mhm.
that would always be excuse for why things didn't go. He just would lead her along to one, and so they thought they were always discovering things, and the adversary was getting smarter and smarter, and they were just leading, and it would just got stupider and stupider. The story did, and it just got more crazy. And you know, sometimes I'd go, okay, whatever, and I just kind of blew it off.
Well,
I highly doubt that.
It doesn't seem like you just blew it off.
Yeah. Doesn't really seem you blew anything off because
Sure
according
doesn't.
to the evidence right here in your bangs,
Correct.
they're crispy as a, you know.
For crispy as some good fried chicken.
Yeah.
now let's back up. So Tylee was deemed dark back in July.
She
Did
was
you guys
deemed
ever-
dark at some point.
Cast for Tylee.
I do not recall that.
Okay.
But I know at some point she was called dark, and
Who called that? Or
well, probably Chad would tell her, because Chad was the one she would go to. And I remember I said this out loud to you guys, is she used to think she got a lot of revelation, but now that Chad's in her life, she just would relies upon him more. So she kind of didn't think she had the power anymore because he seemed to have more power than her.
Do you know at that point in time if there was any tension between Lori and Tylee?
There was always tension.
Was there?
When was there wasn't tension?
They don't
It was
know.
from day one that I met her.
They weren't there. Weirdo.
Look at her face, man.
Well, I can't because you have it way skewed for me. For some reason, it's like way moved to over.
What do you
But
mean?
it does.
Hey?
Oh, I can't. It's weird how I got it on the tablet and I can see it now. Yeah, her face is very angry. She's an angry face.
Can you see her now?
Yeah. I
mean,
can see it on my tablet. I don't know what the heck my phone is doing.
It's imperative that you see her.
Oh, I can see her face. She's very she looks angry.
Mm.
You know, I walk in her.
Tylee
I
didn't
super
like
good
her.
teenagers love 'em. Hi, she's like, if we were each other, I was like, hi, and she didn't even want to look at me, and she was probably thinking one of her friends that she just totally
Tylee
does
did not like her.
but she would never
And
contact me.
I feel
She
like
did
the
one time have
feeling
try
was
to be-
mutual the way that her face was right before she said her name and when she's talking about her.
Exactly. It's like she's got that disgust in her.
Just like
Like
just
right here.
disdain. Mm-hmm.
Right here, like in her little
Grimace.
Oh,
Her mouth is
Melanie.
grimace.
affection and kind to her. And we were sitting at the table, going to California with her friend, and we are sitting at the little that wiener place. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, that fast food restaurant.
The
You know,
wiener place.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Well, not that one. The
Schlotzky's.
Yes, I don't even know how to say it. We were there. She said it was one of her favorite places.
I like food.
Schlotzky's is a sandwich
she was
place,
big on food,
weirdo.
and now she loved her fast food. If you didn't know.
You actually know what that is?
Schlotzky's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sandwich. Hello. You know how much I don't find there are a few things that I like. Sandwiches are one of them. You know, I like snacks and sandwiches
That's
and
good.
hamburgers.
That's a good combination.
Yeah, it's served me well.
I mean, look at all these chairs and like 1, 2, 3, 4. Were they having a preppers meeting in here like
Right?
before this? Like, were they expecting the whole gang to show up? Can you imagine
Right.
getting all of them in that room and
No.
trying to get this story straightened out?
Know that she did. And so we were sitting there, and I just, just like try to put like Tylee's hair, women just do that kind of stuff. And I just pulled her hair up, and she was like,
Why are you telling these officers what women do as if they've never been around women ever?
I know, right?
Women don't do that. That's a lie. Women do that to their friends, to people they are close to. They will fix their friend's hair, adjust their friend. Okay? Not, this is probably why Tylee wasn't having it with you. I wouldn't want you touching me neither. Weirdo.
Well, let me tell you something. I just missed the comment that was up there about the blushing, or is the wiener
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
So yes, Heather. So actually, I was listening to several interviews on a podcast on YouTube. They've interviewed a lot of these people that were in these circles. So a lot of questions about Julie Rowe, and she's very eccentric, and if you wanted to be a part of her little group, which her mission is also a gatherer. What's
Sam.
happening?
Sam. No, it's for all the demons coming out of her. They need all the seats.
Can Sam come up here and roast her with her Irish accent?
Sam,
Please.
please come up here.
Girl, please. But yes, so Julie is like making tent cities or something, and safe houses and stuff. And she was recruiting like all the husbands, right? Like she had all these secret meetings with the husbands. Yes, Sam said okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yay!
So
Hey,
there
AJ McCleary. Thanks for
there have
coming.
been
Sorry.
accusations of like orgies and things going on up in those tents. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's like, oh, officer.
Oh, sorry, officer. The wiener place, it starts with the schlong, schloon, schling, schlotsky, schnitzel. Get the. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so excited for Sam.
Me too.
I knew her mom was her mom. Like, she had a rough life. I was like, whatever. And I think it upset Lori. That kind of upset her. I was like, you don't need to be upset. But anyway, so she didn't think she was dark at that time. That was another time. That was earlier on.
And I know this stuff, bringing it up can be kind of embarrassing to think that I actually bought into some of that
Absolutely,
stuff.
It is.
But it's super important that if you did buy into it, you let us know, because we've recovered text messages and conversations between you and Lori, or you and Zulima and things like that. So there's some things where
What happened?
it shows that you actually believe that Charles was a zombie.
Well, like I said,
or you and Zulima and things like that. So, and that if you did buy into it,
Oh, I'm muted. How long have I been muted for?
This whole time, because I've been talking to you and you've not answered me one time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You could have said that. I was telling Sam's devices are not connected, it says, and I was saying, Sam, you gotta allow access to mic and cam. You don't have to have them on, but you have to allow access to it. So
okay,
because Sam is Sam is getting on, so that's why.
Okay, good.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I am serious.
Just let it go. This is just how we roll up in here.
you let us know. Because we've recovered
it's the bangs
and conversations between you and Lori, or you and Zulima, and
he just confronted her with the text messages.
He did,
and she's grooming her hair for this.
Clearly. Hey, Cement Shoes, how's it going?
It shows that you actually believe that Charles was a zombie.
Well, like I said, to a certain level, I believe it, just like Sulema. But remember me asking her the last time I saw them, I said to him directly, it's like, and this was just to show you where my beliefs were, and Sulema's. I said,
oh, thank you, CDC Docs.
Now, here we're not influenced by Chad and Lori because they're not in the room. This is us three now, alone, without their influence. And
she just banged
Alex.
the table.
So here we're in Sulema's home, and I remember she said,
if she pulls a Wolf of Wall Street, thing where she does the chest. Yeah, she starts doing that. I'm done.
You know, my sister and I would randomly just bust out and just do that, like pounding our chest.
Yes. I also keep waiting for her to be like telling Lori Shark, big something. I can't with her.
Question,
She doesn't.
what do these
Go
people
ahead.
do? I'm reading Max's question. What do these people do for an actual living? Well, answer. Lori Vallow killed her husband and wanted his life insurance policy. And Chad Daybell was scamming people by publishing their books from their pretend Reddit subreddit, you know, what we talked about last time. And Melanie Gibb, I don't know if she had, I don't know, I didn't dig into her, but she definitely had her little podcast, you know. And others also are authors. And Julie Rowe, for example, has a whole, you know, where she does like Zoom energy healing sessions. And she does energy healing.
TikTok.
Yeah, like she does, you know, all these very expensive seminars. And yeah, so that's what they do. It's like a whole community, you know. I'm not seeing Sam, so I'll just.
I am not either. Okay.
Right here, and I go 100% of the zombie thing. I'm still not 100%. Okay, so that's what I said. So he goes 100%, and then she goes, I'm still getting my answers on that. She goes, I'm still not 100%. So that's what our conversation. Now, to me, if she said that, that means she didn't know that they died or they were whatever, they're missing or whatever. I don't think she was privy to that because of her comment there. She didn't seem like she knew what was going on to me.
But this was after they had moved to Rexburg.
This was like a few weeks before he died. So this was what?
Charles.
No, Alex. This is right before Alex died.
Yeah, so this is after they moved to Rexburg, they came back.
Yeah, this is after they went to Rexburg and they already were married. They just got married. Sulema and Alex. So when I say, yeah, I went along with in text because I was trying to believe in it, you know, and I was trying to, but there was always that little part of me that was like, you know, you're going to have that. You're going to have that doubt until you ever had doubts about something, but you go along with it for a while because you kind of, and then you're like, So I'm not denying that.
Yeah, let me say this.
So that, I mean, I never.
Okay.
It's just that
I've had doubts about a lot of things, right? Like, does my husband really, really love me? Sometimes I be saying, you know, thinking those kind of things. But I don't go along with the murder plot because I sort of want to hang in there, but I'm having a little bit of reservations. Like, that makes no sense. None. I just sort of went along with it in text. So basically what you're telling everybody is that you're a liar. Because either you were lying then or you're lying now, but either way, you a liar.
Why the fuck you lying?
Why you always lying? Look at that bang. That bang cannot be quieted.
No. And yes, Heather, you're right. Chad was a grave digger when he was a young lad. And there was a perfect meme, and it was a, you know, photo of Chad and Lori. Mm-hmm. And the caption read, "This is what happens when a grave digger meets a gold digger."
The internet remains undefeated. Is that Sam?
Yes, it is.
Yay!
Hi, Sam.
Hi,
Sam.
Yay.
You'd know I've never done this before, wouldn't you?
Well, we love it.
Well, do you know, there's just the one thing I have to say at the start is, how come she has a big bottle of holy water there beside her and she hasn't doused any demons in the place at all yet?
She has taken a couple of swigs.
Oh, but, she needs more than swigs.
Yeah. But I feel like it's the Coke. It's got her distracted from remembering to hydrate.
Yeah, I think she's also distracted by the fact that there looks like a beer can beside the cop. I'd be drinking too if I was him. I'd be locked.
Those are those rock stars.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
the
have.
energy. You don't have those
them.
there.
No.
You're not missing out.
You're not missing out
It's
at all.
It's a heart attack in a bottle.
Yeah, it's not.
The demons can't keep up. Even the demons are like, bitch, slow down. Turn it down to 5, 6, something.
Can you get to 4.3? You're at a 6.3. I need you at a 4.3.
That's right. She needs to come down to a 2.
Yeah, come down to a 2. Yeah.
Well, the detectives are gonna start pushing her a little bit.
Okay, good, because
I didn't
she's
100% believe in it. I never 100% believe in anything, but
she's lying.
she was so convincing when she come around and she would just like make you try to believe it more. You know what I mean? It's like when you have something, you ever try to believe in something and you keep talking about it to keep convincing yourself. You know, multi-levels are great at that.
Oh,
You know?
like what you're doing to us right now? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that?
The demons.
Yeah, I'm familiar. The demons are tired of your shit.
Oh.
Just trying to talk yourself into it. And so, but the 100% was never there, even though it made it sound like it. Even Lori doubted it. Because she made a few comments, and I remember her seemed like she could have been in the last house she lived in when Charles died in. You know, if he's a Satan, he's a good one. Or maybe she was in Texas too. It was one of those. So I'm just saying, how do you 100% believe in something that's not true? It's very difficult to.
This time that you were with.
That's about how I'm feeling about this interview that you're giving right now. I don't believe anything you're saying out of your fucking mouth.
She doesn't believe anything she's saying either.
Yeah,
she knows she's full of it.
Look at that. Look at the again, disgust in her mouth, like
yeah,
her micro expressions. Like she knows she just talked herself into a pickle. So she's like, "Damn it, Melanie, you did it again."
Way to go, Melanie. See if you did. Yeah. Lord.
If she stopped talking with her hands and concentrated on what's coming out of her mouth, she might say something right.
Yes. You can only do so many things.
Yeah, those hands are flying around.
How many tabs do you reckon are open in her brain right now?
50, 11 billion.
And how many of them are buffering?
All
50, 11 billion and 1.
Where was that at?
That was at Suleiman's house.
And did you have a conversation at that time with Lori and Chad?
They weren't in the room. When was the last time I talked to them? Well, remember I was already coming down.
I thought.
No, he doesn't remember, hooker. That's why he's asking you. Shit. I'm telling you right now, if I was sitting across the table from her, we would be brawling. This would not fly with yours truly. No, bitch, I don't fucking remember. That's why I'm asking you.
Remember? Well, we already established she is the Wolfpack guy from
Zach Galifianakis.
Yes. Because didn't he say, we don't remember anything, guys, remember?
But the thing is that she's over here like she's in cahoots with the cops, right? Like they're pals. Hey, like I tell you girls, hey, remember I already told you about this? Remember? And you're like, look, and I know even when I say that to you, you're like, no, bitch, we don't remember. That's why the fuck we're asking you. Because we don't remember.
No, that's not what goes through our heads. Specifically what goes through my head is like, oh shit, I don't even know what day it is today. Like, what did I miss? Hold on. How do I ask them to recap it real quick?
Oh my God. She's like they're just, going over their vacation plans. Remember, I told you we had to be at the airport 45 minutes early because they make you take your shoes off now. Remember I told you that? Remember?
I'd say she's raging that you didn't take any notes down because she could have been reading them upside down then and kept her story straight.
That's
I think
right.
he did write
Jen,
something.
You're brilliant.
You are brilliant.
Look at that. She's like, write that shit down, man. That's what I'm relying on.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to be taking notes?
I need these. Yeah, I need some cue cards, man. And some
Great.
Schlotzkys.
Or you just gotta talk to them or something.
No, I said we weren't talking to them, so we weren't in their conversation. Like, we were just talking, the three of us.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make that clear that they weren't under our influence. They weren't trying to influence us. I was
Clearly, she's
So I
a
wanna make
shit
that
stir.
clear,
Look
so
at
we
this
weren't in
body
their
Yes.
conversation. Like, we
Yeah.
were just talking, the three of
Oh,
us.
okay.
So I want to make that clear that they weren't under our influence. They weren't trying to
Counterclockwise
influence us. I was
circle,
trying to say
clearly
we
the
three
devil.
got to talk without them in the room, which really.
Because they left?
No, but they were wherever they were.
Okay.
I don't know where they
So,
were.
and it wasn't that you
What are you,
hadn't been
shooting
on
hoops
earlier with
now?
any phone conversation or anything?
The only phone call that I shared with everybody, which is the truth, is when I was coming down from Utah. Remember, it's the Thanksgiving time. And remember, I said I did the three-way call, and I called them to say, hey, let's say a prayer. I'm worried about them. Sulema got on the phone call. She didn't really seem like she understood what was going on. Because I asked Lauren, like, does she know what's going on? She's like, oh, yeah, she lied. Anyway, so when I was
The
listening
behavior
to someone
panel,
say,
sorry, girls, the behavior panel would have loved that because just before she got into that spiel, she licked her lips.
Yes,
Oh,
she did.
yes.
She did.
Yes, she did.
So she
Mhm.
knew she was going to tell a lie.
This
Mhm.
is literally the worst exposure. This is like the exposure videos on YouTube where somebody is showing the screenshots and they can't explain what the fuck the screenshots are saying, even though it's their conversation. This is what this is.
That's exactly what she's doing, because they're like, look, we saw the receipts. We have the receipts, like between you and Zulema, between you and Chad, where you were basically rimming Chad's, you know what, with your heavenly fires
From
and
your
Holy
head.
Spirit.
No wonder her head is hot.
Oh, Sugar Beat, they have their text in their head and in their computers. Actually, the detective numero dos, as JennLu calls him, I believe has a laptop maybe in front of him, but they do, or no, they got the notes, because they're dropping some dates and they're just letting her know, look, we know, and she knows what she knows, and she knows what she's said and texted about and organized at her house. And
Just so you know, that motion she did with her hands where it almost looks like she's shooting hoops, that's part of the Thriller dance as well.
yes, we're gonna play that. We have a whole
My husband
video.
did that whole dance in like fifth grade, I think it was.
Oh,
Put
that's
on a whole
cool.
little production of it. Yeah, that's how I knew he was a keeper.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you can do the Thriller dance too? Let's
That
have
is
a
a
bunch
pretty
of kids we can't fucking afford.
You know what? That's a big plus, though, I will say. That's
It was.
very important.
It was.
I think she understands what's going on. I got that feeling. She's like, what is this about?
I just wanted to make sure that.
So that was the last conversation I had with her,
Okay.
was that conversation on the phone when I prayed, when I had a prayer I was worried about, they said the kids were
With
being
Lori.
kidnapped. Yeah. Well, actually, I was in the car with David, so he heard it because we had it on the speaker thing.
Right.
And so anyway.
You know,
so
that
was
Bluetooth
that
thing that works in
conversation. And then
the
it got
car.
busy
It's
for
like
me and
fucking
stuff
magic.
Thanksgiving. And then I went over
Stop
to
trying to
their
explain
house.
technology to me, Puka.
And anyway, it was the last time I saw him. And he said, I 100% believe in it, Melanie.
Alex.
And so this is the thing, is I think because he 100% believed in it, he had to, because at this point he'd probably killed the kids, is my guess. He probably did it. I don't know. I'm guessing. Maybe you guys are guessing too. But he.
Ew.
You were there, Melanie. The hair was there.
The hair, your body, your no fabric softener using ass clothes, all of it.
Your robes.
Your crystals are rocks or whatever.
Your holy
Like, that's
water.
that's how she talks about it. You know, the rocks, the crystals, whatever.
100% believed it.
Yikes on bikes, you said yesterday. I'm still
Yes.
laughing at that. Because I just can see them.
And she did 100% believe it. And then when I called her, when I told her, when I realized, oh, holy cow, I called her.
Oh, holy cow!
She was not there.
The courts are wanting to
What do you
see
mean?
the kids, but you know they're not around anymore. Oh, holy cow! Yeah, I bet that's what the fuck you said.
Oh, the
Oh,
faces
holy
are.
cow!
Oh god.
With your jazz hands. What are you, Liza Minnelli? Turning off a lamp, and then I went, oh, and a shikada, and then I flicked the switch.
And
oh,
holy cow! Oh my gosh!
Oh
my
god.
gosh.
Oh lord.
Oh.
You do manage to stop her face in the weirdest positions, though.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, she's-
I said to her, I
she
said,
just licked her.
Ting, look,
and I
yeah.
don't remember the full conversation because I was in
Look
fire.
at, now she's a unicorn. Oh, now she's on fire too.
Stay away from the Pegasus. Don't become the Pegasus. I wonder, did the balls of fire come out of her hands like that?
You know, someone should put. Hold on, do I have anything that would
Shayla.
resemble fire?
What is she's gonna do the thing from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or from Street Fighter 2. Some blue shit. Oh, some blue shit.
Look at the detective is saying, ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what the water's for,
My mind,
Sam.
like, holy cow!
She's gonna throw some fireballs.
There's something
Yeah.
seriously wrong here. I
Jen,
said,
look.
the gut of
The
my
tooth,
stomach
I
said
can't.
something's seriously wrong here. And she goes, that's just dark. I said, no. There's a difference
She's
between
one
my gut
holy
and you."
cow from jumping up on that table.
And I said, do you have
Like Tom
testimony
Cruise
of that,
did on
Chad
Oprah's
and
couch.
Do you have
So rude.
testimony of that? What is your witness? And she goes, well, I have one of Chad. When he gave me a blessing, shortly after meeting him, I had more visions after that. And she goes, I'll get my witness about Lori. And I said, well, I don't know what I described, but I just described it and I didn't believe who they were. And I said, I'm going to be going to the police. And I remember it seemed like I talked to her maybe twice, and probably the last. So I said, I'm going to the police. And
Now that song is stuck into my head. Sorry,
And
go ahead.
what? She's like, I went to the police and
Yeah, you'd actually think that would be something that would spark her remembering what she did or said to the police. No.
Correct. No.
Another lie. Please come down, my demons, with another lie so that I can get out of this predicament I'm in.
yeah, she's summoning them. She's like 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, we don't have enough seats.
and I said, is Alex on? Can Alex hear me?
8 demons.
And she goes, it's on speaker. I said, take it off speaker. Now here.
You are the
Like
cow.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 demons ready to shoot you down. Melanie Savage, yo.
There's the murderers down the street. Remember, they lived close to me.
I'm a
Remember,
savage.
Zulema lived around the corner
Sassy,
from me.
bougie,
And I
ratchet.
just got myself in a situation. They could come after me, right? But I did. I had to do what I had to do. She was my friend. I wanted to warn her. And I just said, hey, I'm. So anyway, the police I know circled her house, circled my house. making sure I was safe and making sure he probably didn't get
I doubt it,
trouble,
Melanie.
whatever.
They were probably
And,
just surveilling your ass.
Circling
you're
the
running-
house.
Because you're running around tampering with witnesses, quote unquote,
Correct.
repenting,
Yeah.
right? Getting
Right.
the story straight so everybody knows that you are not involved, right? But look,
Correct.
Bandana Mark Means sees you, right? He's looking right at you, Melanie.
And you're looking at the wall in between Detective Numero Uno y Numero Dos.
And
so
She's trying to keep the sugar,
text me next day.
the booger sugar from falling out, Heather, or Sonia. That's why she's holding her finger under her nose.
look at
Waste
this
not, want not.
confidence. This confidence right now is because she's doing a lot of things, bless her little brain and her 11 billion tabs, because now they're starting to catch up, because she's like, all right, let me see. They got all of my text messages, so remember, I gotta remember how far I went.
Yes.
I gotta give a little, I gotta take a little, right? So
Right.
now she's like, remember that one text message to Zulema?
Remember?
He's like, tell me about it.
Yeah.
So
no,
now
I don't remember.
So now she's aligning her fuckery with the evidence, allegedly, in my opinion. For entertainment
Purposes only.
Oh, hell.
Which means to me, Lori's in. Lori's good. That's what it meant to
Did
me.
she tell you how she got her witness?
No, that's one liner. And I said, I'm not talking to her anymore. Cut her off. I just knew that I couldn't talk to her anymore.
Don't you put her on the block
I
list?
was like, oh, thank goodness for some
Blocked.
Blocked.
And then she
And
told me
reported.
She never wanted to have anything to do with me again.
She's pulling up the receipts.
At that same time?
Oh,
No.
she must have
But
learned from NK. Here, no need to go through my phone. I'll show them to you for you.
You need
I have
screenshots?
got the SIM. Yeah, I have the SIM card, yeah. I've all the receipts.
All of them, but I'm not going to be able to tell you or make sense out of any of the shit that I wrote in these texts because I was only halfway believing. I would say I was about 83% in.
Bye, Nikki. See you soon.
Bye,
hopefully.
Nikki. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah,
Bye,
we'll be
Nikki.
here probably if it's a quick phone call. We'll be waiting.
It would be after he died. After Alex died. So she was still under the influence of children, so Lori at that time in her life, so. Okay.
I'd like to step out too, Officer Numero Dos. I'm tired of her shit too. It's cool. Oh, what is it with friggin' police departments and their squeaky doors?
I
I
know.
received my witness today.
I'm telling you, I'm going to round up some cans of WD-40 over this holiday season and just start dropping them off at the random cop shops around, near me.
You know who needs to be photoshopped in this chair?
Stiven?
No, Hazel.
And her jugs.
Yes. The holy water would be in some trouble.
Yeah, it would be in danger. Right in the danger zone.
Officer needs a few Advils.
On December 6th?
Yep.
Chop.
On December 6th? Chip! Now the demon is answering for her. Chip!
How much did you win at that bingo?
Chip!
Wait, is she buffering or?
I think we might. Did you push pause?
So
Oh,
she,
shit, I did.
Okay.
I got $2,000 picked up from
Turns out I'm buffering.
Melanie's piano, and she was out of town, so she said, "Can you collect the money for me?" So I had this $2,000 cash, and she said Mel asked us to get it for her, or can we pick it up? What's easier for you? I said, "I'm sorry, but I'm not home, and I'm not sure when I will be." I just text her as well. Maybe I can get it to her through PayPal. Just PayPal it to me. I can't right now because I don't have enough money in my account. If you'll anyway, she goes, "Oh, let me know, thanks."
Oh, just scrolling. This is one of these badass exposure videos. Oh wait, I said something fucked up here. Let me scroll right quick.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want you, I want to be fully transparent while I do the biggest, fastest scroll of my life right now.
That's the yada 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 part.
Mm-hmm.
The
I bet
blah
she
blah
dances.
blah.
I bet she dances like Elaine too.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like she does.
Probably.
She's very stiff.
I'm so sorry. Words cannot express how I feel. I am extremely only
You never
surprised at your
know.
hypocrisy because of what you did. I didn't have to not only deal with my precious husband dying in my arms, but then when police were ransacking my house and traumatizing my entire family. You are not my friend. You are not to speak to me.
Yes, Mom.
Anyone in my
Yes.
She was there.
I
Mm-hmm.
want you to pay the $2,000 you owe as soon as possible. So
You are not my friend.
The 2,000 you owe.
So
Then I just told her.
is she just mad because you made the phone call to us? Is that why she's mad? And she thinks that God's pointed towards Alex's direction?
I guess. She knew I was going to the police.
That day was December 16th.
Yeah.
What's the $2,000 for?
Then I put the money.
Apparently for the piano, but I don't know if it's for a piano or not. I'd say it was payoff or something, in my opinion.
Piano payoff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel correct. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she has to send it through PayPal. Jesus, PayPal is great.
What is he doing? He's holding his temple. He's probably, that means like God.
He's doing Homer Simpson. Why am I sitting
Yes.
here? Why am I sitting here? Why am I sitting here? 100 times.
Yes.
I hate this bitch. I hate this bitch. I hate this bitch.
Yeah.
And her fucking bang she wrote in on.
Yes.
Wait, was seeing her?
Fuck her shirt, fuck her mannerisms, fuck that water bottle, and fuck that bang.
So, and then the temple got closed shortly after, so anyway, I haven't seen her since.
Sounds like you miss her. I hear some regrets in that voice.
Kelly, she saw her at the temple after it happened, and she was like, "Oh, Kelly, my husband died. Can you see him? He's here with me." And she's like, "I don't see anything. I don't see spirits." So she's going on about how he was her husband. I mean, she was.
That's Alex.
Yeah.
Husband.
So sad. It was very sad. She did not know how evil he was. I mean,
girl.
Wait, what?
Had a good past, you know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So she's still protecting Zulema. Did I just hear that correctly?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, girl. All right, let's keep going.
So she was her. I believe her energy work is the one that got her deceived because she, she could communicate through the veil. I had no gift, so you know what I mean. It got her sucked into it.
I'll say. Hairdressing isn't one of them either.
Go down to the pound shop, buy something, bring it. There's your gift. Another water bottle.
Oh, we'll have to cross-reference there was another police interview with her, the very first one where they listened to some of the Chad Daybell recordings and asked her to identify the dates and stuff. So she's super thrilled.
I know that all the interrogations from a lot of the people involved in this case are out. We should just roast every single one of them.
Every single one of them, because
all y'all getting roasted.
But I need to go back and cross-reference if she had this water bottle at that time too.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't know if people make stuff up or not, honestly, Ron, I don't know. I don't know if people imagine things. I really don't know. I do believe people can see things. I believe
I do
it's
people.
possible.
I do people.
But
I do
my
people.
feeling about them,
Her shoulders are so tense.
It's the Coke.
It's
Oh.
the collar. It's the collar.
Coke makes you Coke. That's why she's tense. It's the cocaine.
Stiff as a board.
Whew, but not light as a feather, I bet.
I wouldn't say so.
Demons be weighing a bitch down. I'm just telling you.
is I think they can conjure up ideas and thoughts. Like I would sit with Lori.
Yeah, my brain conjures up ideas and thoughts all the day long. Mm-hmm.
She said, "Oh, Heavenly Father, Mother came to me right here, Melanie. They were talking to me." And I was like, I didn't think she was lying in the temple. I never thought she was making this stuff up. I was like, but on the eternal thing, I think that God wanted me to be a witness for all this. So, and that's a whole different discussion. But somebody needed to be a witness to all this craziness that would tell the truth.
So why are you? Why are you here?
It's very innocent.
That's what I was
Because
thinking.
I am. I don't think you're lying to me. I wouldn't make a very good police officer because I would think everybody was telling the truth that came in and see you. And then I've learned more about my life, and I'm looking back at my former spouse. I'm going, oh, things I couldn't see before. It's called deception or manipulation. I wasn't even aware of that. Like people do that. I didn't catch it because I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, get up and walk the fuck out right now
But
because
when you
this
experience
bitch is
it,
too much.
it's painful.
I'm gonna get a little.
Girl, you look like you're at least in your early 40s. Okay? You just now are figuring out people lie. Did you go to school? I mean, come on, really? That's deception? I had no idea that people lie. You're lying right now, bitch. He's had enough.
I'm almost
And
done.
Andy's standing up, so he's going to let out retire it now, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Cut the shit.
Yeah.
He's about to harness him some fuchsia from over there in wherever that case was at. I can't remember now.
Oh yes.
Personal with you, Aaron. Ask some personal questions, but I'm curious what relationship with your previous husband.
Oh, holy water, holy water, holy water.
Demon, shush.
Melanie. Damn, girl.
Look at the face she made. What's in that water? Is that water or vodka? You could tell me, Melanie. We're pals. Come on. You're the most honest person you know.
Was that relationship with your previous husband kind of in turmoil before Chad and Lori showed up on scene?
Oh, absolutely. We had challenges for the whole marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a hard marriage.
That's what she said.
That's such a nice way to put it too.
Yeah.
Actually, they discouraged me.
Did they really?
Well, they were saying, oh, I see you. This is what he would say at first. I see you and your family going to a mountain in camps, and I see your husband and your family with you. But he gets upset and he leaves the camp, and then he shortly dies after that. So then that was one thing he said.
What? What? You're gonna push him off the mountain?
One point
Yeah.
He said he's not dark, but he has just dark spirits around him. Because I remember out of the blue, he's like, oh, I checked your husband, and he has attachments to him, so I just took the attachments off him. I didn't ask him to do that. Nor did I even think that he had them, do you know what I mean? So that was right in the beginning. And then anyway, I had a hard time, and I told him months, like right about the time I met Laura, I remember
Oh my God.
I said to him, if you don't stop talking to me this way, I can't do it anymore. You're going to have to make some changes. I mentally, I can't talk. I can't handle the way you talk to me anymore. I can't do it. I remember he has this scratching thing. He just starts scratching his arm.
Whoever divorced her probably has a liquid. Excuse you,
officer.
Yeah, just busting in.
That's the meaning. Do you understand that? He goes, that is? And I go, yeah, it is. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, he always has reasons. And then, anyway, so I went out for a walk one day.
This was her first interview.
Do I have to stay
She had a Gatorade bottle.
I can't do this anymore. It hurts my mind.
She stole that out probably off of some Pee Wee football team.
And I was like,
My nephew has one just like that when he played
So
football.
anyway, I tell Brendan, I fasted the whole day. I was like, I feel peace and I feel happy. I am so done. I was in so much pain. But that's the reason why I came to know the Lord, is because of how hard that relationship was. And I spent a lot of time repenting on just any kind of unkindness that I showed. I mean, I spent a lifetime doing that. So anyway, I said to her, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm divorcing Brendan or something like that. And she is like, I can't remember what she said, but I remember one time going to the temple, I said, this is just not going well. And she goes, no, I think you should go back to him. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of sensing that too. Everything's just hard, like he's getting upset and the kids are. So she was actually, believe it or not, she encouraged me to go back with him. And then I got to a point where I was like, I got to do what I need to do. And actually, this is interesting. I told Brendan.
Oh, tell me, I'm all ears.
After I talked to all of you guys before I hit the media, I wanted him to know face to face. I said, I want to tell you what happened, because he's the father of my children. He needs to know these things. And I told him about Chad and Lori and the whole thing, and he was just like, oh my gosh, he was shocked. He goes, well, probably a good thing you divorced me, because they probably would have tried to come after me like they came after Brandon.
Wow.
And I said,
honesty.
Who knows? And I thought, wow, that was the statement of the year.
I'm gonna ask a question, and I do so with a little bit of reserve.
I don't know about of the year. That's a bit of a reach there, Melanie. I've heard some good statements, and I mean, whatever.
Do you ever feel like with Chad, there was ever a point in time that Chad was wanting to bring you into any type of relationship?
I never felt that from him. He did contact me, but I never felt that, the thing that him and Lori did. I never felt that kind of a romantic, no. But one time he contacted me, and I'm sure I shared this briefly, 6 months before I met Lori.
Now she's pointing the horns at him.
Yeah. She's clearly conjuring.
He texted me on Messenger and says, hey, Melanie, I just finished my last book and I'm going to be in Arizona. Do you think you can help me with a get together? I said, sure, I'd love to. And then I contacted Jason Now, and I said, hey, well, Chad's coming to town. Why don't you guys both do a duo together? And so they both were like, he's like, sure, that's fine. And so then I got the word out, like, hey, they're both coming to town. So anyway, when I picked them up, I'm so glad I did this. I picked them up from the airport. I had somebody in the car with me. Glad, because who knows? I don't think he would have said anything about these multiple lives. He hadn't told me about that, so I didn't know anything about it. But I had, her name is JennLu. She was with me, and her daughter was with me. So anyway, we went to the place that he was going to speak, and then we had a lot of craziness going on with the air conditioning. But anyway, and then I said to him after, it was all over, I said, do you mind giving me a priesthood blessing? I could really use one right now, And I looked up to him at the time. I thought he was this great visionary. And which I don't even think he's a visionary by the record now. Now, maybe I've said it
by the
wrong,
record.
But now the more I learn and ponder, I'm like, I think he made it all up. Anyway, so he gave me a little, it was just a nice little blessing. Anyway, but he never, I didn't feel like he was trying to come on to me, or maybe he used me just to get his book sold there. But when he met Lori, it was a totally different energy.
I'd buy a book just to get you to shut the fuck up. I wouldn't read that shit, but I'd buy it just so you'd shut up. Not gonna lie.
She did write a book. Guess what the title was?
Burning down the house. I don't know. What is it?
The roof. The roof is on fire.
We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
It's called Feel the Fire.
Oh my God.
That sounds like the lamest 80s metal hairband ever.
Yep. Feel the Fire by Melanie Gibb.
Here she goes.
Just let you know, of course, I never had any type of interest in him at all.
He's gonna meh the bitch.
He was not somebody to be attracted to, but plus I was married too.
Plus I was married too. They're not working because she's getting lunch lady arms. Arm exercises. Boy.
The apartment in Rexburg, and I did believe that JJ came up missing.
Yeah.
If I recall right, you
So
guys
here they
done
go
a
talking about
cast, and
JJ's
The real,
death.
Alex had already.
yeah, the real reason they're here.
Yeah.
And Alex had taken
She's
JJ.
like, oh
out,
shit,
so
he's
we got
going
to know
there.
that then he brought JJ back.
Yeah.
And because I don't have any paperwork right in front of me.
Bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so sorry.
She's nervous.
Yeah, she's rubbing her neck, and my God, like I just had a vision of, reading how they found JJ and the condition of his body.
Uh-huh.
I like this is terrible for saying this, but his head was detached, and the fact that this bitch is sitting here rubbing her neck is really, really disturbing to me right
Wow,
now.
I didn't know that. Wow. I haven't read all that stuff yet. I need to.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like I just really that struck me immediately, and I hadn't noticed that before.
Well, I was just thinking that she was trying to keep her words down, rubbing her neck, trying not to let the words out subconsciously.
The demon? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
because she knows
Damn.
it's getting to a deep, deep part now. She
Mm-hmm.
can't
Oof.
fluff it anymore.
Mm-mm. Shit just got real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Let's see.
He went upstairs with JJ. Is that correct? Is that what I remember?
Did you remember, like, you mean like when we were doing the podcast and then he came in the door with him sleeping?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I kind of did that way.
So he goes upstairs. And do you know where he went when he went upstairs?
Just kind of, oh, well, yeah, because he went into Lori's room because he wasn't in David's or my room. Those rooms are empty, so he had to have been in there.
And then you didn't see him again that night.
Who? JJ?
Alex.
And he left. No.
And Jay left. JJ still up there.
Yeah. And I never saw JJ either.
Right, but Alex left. You watched him leave.
Yeah. Well, we heard the door open and close, and we probably said like good night or something. Like, I mean, maybe we're podcasting. Who knows?
Do
We
you
could have.
do you
I
recall
don't know.
seeing him walk out with JJ?
Not walk out. No, just walk in.
Okay.
Just walk in.
That's right.
And when he left the first time, we didn't see him take him. We just know he had him because she said that he had taken him.
Right.
I don't recall that. I just remember he wasn't there.
But the time he left,
Mm-hmm.
so he brings JJ in,
Mm-hmm.
and then he leaves again. He did not take JJ out of the room or out of the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get done with your podcast, everybody goes their separate way, and everybody goes to their bedrooms. And
This chick just got something with her, used her tongue to get some particle of food out of her
David
teeth
having
and was
this
just
dream,
sitting there chewing it.
Yeah.
You nasty.
Did he come and get you and tell you?
No, I was actually laying beside him when it happened.
In which room?
In JJ's official room.
Okay. So he woke up and you're this outside of him?
Yeah.
And tell me about what happened from there.
His heart was beating. He was distressed. He said, I just had this really bad dream. And then he kind of sat up and he was just, and he just was, I said, well, tell me about it. And he's like, it was just so dark. He's like, I saw an earthquake and I saw people hurting and I wanted to help them and I couldn't and something like that. That's what it feels like, remember. It was like his heart was hurting. Like his whole body was under distress. When he has dreams, they're like lifetime dreams. Some people dream vividly. I do not dream like that. He has incredible dreams where he feels everything in his dream. So it affects him at a totally different level.
Bringing the story back down to her
So
narrative
again. So then I think, oh my gosh, maybe some evil spirit, because they were always talking about it. So I text Lori and I text Chad. I'm like, I don't remember what I said. Probably, are you awake or something wrong, Chad? David, I don't remember what I said. I just remember trying to get to them. So I said, I'm going to go get Lori, see if she can help out. The door was locked. And so I was like, I don't know. She's not, I don't know if I should try to wake her up or I just decided just to come back and see David after that.
So you tried the door handle. It was locked.
It was locked.
Did you knock on it?
Maybe. I probably did, but there was no answer. I don't remember if I probably did, but.
Oh, thank you, Sugar Beet. It was
And
our
I
favorite
did
too.
actually, I think I tried calling her too and texting her. And I think Chad, I think I tried calling him. I thought maybe he could help out. Neither one of them responded to me, as you probably could tell in the text. You probably saw that. Nobody responded to me. So I just went back to bed. And then we woke up the next morning and she was.
Yes, we got her cement shoes. We already got her down for. She needs to be on our next list of candidates. But she definitely, she's been coming up a lot since we started, actually. So.
I'll put her on the list for this next time.
Yeah.
Happy.
How was David?
He was better. He felt better. He's like, that was a bad dream. Then we would tell them like, hey, he had a bad dream last night. She's like, oh, that was Julie Rowe. He attacked her. Once again, throw Julie into it from a distance.
Chad said Julie Rowe attacked David.
They're really throwing Julie Rowe under the bus here too.
Yeah, they are.
Well, Lori probably said it, but she always went through him. So when I say it's kind of they're both. They both. And then I don't even know what I believe anymore, what she says that he says, because she's such a liar now. At this point, I'm like, I don't know anymore who said what. But between the two of them, they came up with it. They always throw her into the bus, It's because we went, because right before that earlier that day, we went to that lot where, the
circles again. Here we go with the circling.
We were talking to a friend of Julie Rowe's. His name was Keith Levitt. And Keith Levitt was there with his wife, Suzanne. And then the realtor was there. And Alex was there. But Lori wasn't there. David thought she was there. I said, no, she went home after that. He goes, I forgot that. Anyway. And so anyway, because we saw her, we thought, she's going to tell Julie Rowe. Keith is going to tell Julie Rowe that we were there because he saw us.
I've listened to like audiobooks. I don't know if that's what you can call them, but
so that's why they threw that.
Sorry, on YouTube. Excuse you, Melanie.
What did she do to her chair?
I don't know, but people have actually read through his whole manifesto on YouTube. So it's like 10-hour long, just read through of his manifesto, and he's just one fucked up duck. Yep.
Julie Rowe attacked him that night because
Hi, Amy.
Do you remember by chance what?
Now I got that other Michael Jackson song in my head.
Morning when you guys got up?
Do you remember?
She was typical wearing spandex pants and spandex shirt. I don't recall.
It's spandex.
What did she say? Spandex?
Yeah.
Is that what this is? That this?
It's the Dollar General type of spandex, I think.
Spandex.
Yeah.
Oh, let's take it back 10 seconds. There's that disgust in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But that look of wearing spandex pants and spandex shirt, I don't recall.
Spandex pants and spandex shirt.
I don't recall.
Was it the same clothes that she had on the night before?
Oh gosh, I do not remember.
Alice, don't step on my tablet.
I don't remember details to stuff like that. It's not one of those things I pull unless it stands out for a reason. I wish I could tell you.
Hi, Amy.
That'd be good to know, but I don't know. She usually had new clothes on every day. If I can remember, it seemed like she had fresh clothes on every day.
Alice just tried to send me a super chat on my tablet.
Oh, good girl, Alice.
That night.
Yes, Alice. Yes.
Try to remember as best you can. Okay.
She's the worst.
So.
Oh, I'm not. Look at her face. I don't even want to entertain you at all.
Yeah, tongue in the cheek there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we would make it because we don't go to eat on dinner now, so we would have made it at home.
So everybody's at home. Mm-hmm. Does Lori leave?
Oh, this wasn't a Schlotsky's day? Okay.
I don't have any memory of her leaving.
So you sent a text. Correction.
I don't have any memory of her leaving. I'm going to start answering questions like these people do. I can't.
Hey, I'll be there shortly.
4?
4?
Oh, here look.
4 times?
Detective numero dos is reading her text messages about the on the day that JJ.
That's where he went. He went to go fetch the receipts.
And look where she went.
To the vodka. I mean the water.
The holy water.
The holy water. Vodka is holy, and it is made with water.
Excuse me, what is happening right here? Don't tell me this is one of those spandex, you know what I mean? Elastic designs right here. You see this?
OMG.
Please tell me that is not that.
I think that is exactly what that is.
Oh no.
Let's just take a minute. Everybody in chat, let's just take a minute since she likes to throw shade at people who wear spandex. Meanwhile, this situation is going on. Okay.
Oh.
The evil she's given numero dos is shocking.
She can't stay. They is not going to be friends. The friendship door is closed. Now, she likes her buddy over here because she called him by his government name, Ron. Oh, hey, Ron. Oh, hi. Hey, Monica.
I can flirt with you, but I can't flirt with the young fella because he's so young.
So
I bring my vodka bottle
and my spandex.
I make sure I get my hair done, dude.
But don't touch it because you know that shit hot.
Oh, we should totally be in charge of the 144,000.
We should. I think we'd do an excellent job.
I think Lucifer would become an angel again, and shit would be cool.
We could get shit straightened right the fuck out because we're not beat for no bullshit, and we ain't putting up with nobody's nonsense. So it's all going to be great.
That's what I'm saying.
JJ woke up and she's getting him back to bed.
You
know where she was at, where you were at when she sent that text?
Gosh.
4 times.
Gosh. What are you? What?
Something there.
What is this? An episode of Scooby Doo? Is Zoiks going to come out next? Gosh.
Some place that she could
Do you have that conversation with her on your phone right now?
No, I think I deleted everything.
Oh.
So.
What a shame. That's okay. We got it.
We retrieved it. It's okay.
No worries. Let me just scroll through these pages here.
I'll read it back to you.
She's probably kicking herself in the ass because now she can't remember and cross-reference for.
Correct.
And I can get that.
So say it again. So who's speaking? Say it again.
So Lori.
She texts me and says.
And says something to the effect of, "I'll be there shortly."
I'll be there shortly.
JJ woke up and I'm trying to get him back to sleep.
And that was at night.
It was about 8:30 at night.
Well, okay, because we didn't do the podcast yet.
Okay.
We started the podcast like late because I remember thinking, man, I can't stay up this late. I'm an early bird. Like, come on.
Why are you banging your vein?
So it must have been, my guess is that it must have been at Alex's house getting him to sleep over there. I'm guessing. So I'm just going to make some guesses. That's that. Because she would never have gone to Pat's house because Tammy was there, right? So where else in the world would she go?
That's perfect. Why don't you just guess? Just guess around the timeline on the day JJ was
right. Correct. Where
guessing.
else should we go? The bitch is like Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is she? Where would she go?
Oh, is she hitchhiking?
She's doing the hand jive. She's doing the hand jive. Be nice.
No, she's asking for Kai. Because Kai could break her neck like a pencil stick, man.
Melanie, I see you riding in the back of a police van in a minute in your future, ma'am.
No idea.
And that's why I'm asking if you remember being alone in her apartment with her not there? Because if she's at Alex's, you're alone in her apartment.
I could have been upstairs or something. Maybe I was talking to David, who knows?
Maybe I was snooping through her medicine
And that's why I'm
cabinet. What's
asking
it
if
to
you
you?
remember her leaving and JJ not being there around that time.
Probably, because that's when he was no longer there when we did the podcast. And so somehow, I think I was upstairs. That's what I feel.
Oh,
You feel
Remember that
you were
detail.
upstairs? That's
I
nice.
had any reason not to remember that, you know? I didn't know anything.
No,
about
She
she's
was-
not
it, so I
arrested.
didn't.
She was downstairs with David a minute ago.
I just knew I was going to do a podcast.
talking,
last
yeah.
night, and
Then
I
she
didn't
went
prepare for it, so I had to
upstairs.
prepare for it.
She's all over
Look
the
at
place.
that. She's like, shit.
This is her. Oh, fuck.
There's that 3-gap timeline. 3-hour
Mhm.
timeline gap that those deleted text messages would certainly be helpful now,
They'll get them.
because all she got down is the podcast. That's the only thing that can be forensically verified, obviously, because their thirsty asses uploaded it all.
Yeah,
And everything on the internet is
forever.
yep.
The podcast, I just, so.
And that night when David was having his dream and you send the text to Chad, and understand I'm not casting any judgment here,
Yeah, that's okay.
but were you and David sleeping in the same room? Or
That
did you
night,
hear-
no, that night we were, I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we banged that night. Hmm.
Well, it's not like I'm a floozy or anything.
Right.
Hooker.
Hooker.
And then she accused Lori of being a hooker too, and then Lori was like, oh, well, Melanie, let's not go there. And Melanie was like, we're not talking about that right now. I thought it was about to go down.
We
have to
definitely, because they were about to fax it off. Mm-hmm. They were about to have a
Walking down the
fax
hall,
off.
Which room were you in, the right or the left?
It depends on which way you're walking down the hall. So if you're walking away from Lori's door.
Away from Lori's door, towards the room.
Towards the room. So David's, well, he was assigned that room. And then the first night, David wasn't there for a few nights. So I was in Tylee's room. So that was the room that I stayed in. And then he stayed. So yeah, left room. And it had the mattress on the floor.
So by this point, wait, this is what, September, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe Tylee, I can't remember. I won't.
Okay.
So that night, you guys were in the left bedroom.
Yes.
And the nights prior to that, you were in the right bedroom.
Yeah, I was a couple, I don't know how many nights. I know at least I was like 1 or 2 nights in Tylee's room. I know that. I just can't remember when he came there. Was it Friday or Saturday night he got there? Anyway.
It'd been the first night that
Yeah,
he got
Tylee
there.
was gone
First
by
night was
this point
Saturday,
as well.
remember?
I don't, but
And she was
you
sleeping
guys
in her
shared
room.
the same room the first night he showed up at the apartment.
Probably.
Because he was.
I was there like a day or 2 before he was.
Right.
Because didn't I get on a Wednesday? I think a Wednesday and Thursday. So I
But
would've
you
been-
were there. What do you mean? Why are you asking them? I think you say.
I think he was there.
Oh my God. Didn't I get there on the Wednesday? What?
This is your story, hooker.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like
Eyes on your own paper, lady.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think he was there 2 nights.
I think he was there 2 nights. We might have banged 2 nights. I don't
So
know.
I think I was there for 2.
Remember?
And then we left on the Monday. Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, now she's going to do the week, days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
So anyway,
Thursday,
I don't
Friday,
remember other than
Saturday.
like something, I don't know what I said on the text. Probably something like something's wrong with David. He had a dream, something. I don't know what I said, but something to the fact that something's wrong with him. I just thought, man, this might be somebody evil spirit. That's all I could think of. That's all I could think of. Because I was like, why is he traumatized?
Who dat?
That's pretty intense. Anyway, it was bad.
And so
Schmied,
after
I think.
you went and knocked on
Ah.
the door,
Oh, she's
I don't
gone.
know if I know
Oh.
I did this.
tried the handle.
My guess is I probably knocked, but I just decided to come back. I was like, well,
You can do an awful lot with that
I'm sleeping,
handshake.
so I'll just leave her alone.
And then you
I
guys.
hate waking people up. It's not my favorite. So
So what was your intent in going to
to see if she could come and help with a blessing. Like if she had some, it's like, hey, David's wrong. Can you, do a blessing? Help with that because that's what she was into. So that was my intent.
That's the chore that you hate the most, waking people up.
The other side of the veil and Jesus all the time.
Weirdo.
Like, I thought, well, man, maybe they can help out.
Yeah, Shmita's here. Okay, so we gotta do. So StreamYard has these new features now where it allows you to have like multiple people help you out with like stream stuff.
And clearly we need all the help we can get.
Yes. So Shmita is actually with us backstage and she's like handling all the comments, like putting them up, like so that we can all see them. See? Thank you, Shmita. She's in control of the graphics, all right? Because it's Shmita's pictures.
Thank you, Amy. Shmita, you blocked for that. I told you about that dadgum tooth. I can't take that tooth in the middle of his face. I can't.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So that's what so when Shmita came back, it automatically added her to the stream, but she's kind of like backstage handling the pictures. She's our ex, Michelle. Yes. Please, Jenn, do explain that because you've been.
What? Explain what?
That Shmita is our manager.
Do you have any? So we made Shmita the manager of the channels, and so if you have any questions, concerns, or complaints, you'd be please direct them to our gal Shmita. She's the manager for all you Karens out there that want to speak to the manager. Good luck to you.
Shmita's in charge of the graphics too, so she's rolling her eyes right now.
Shmita's doing all the things.
Shmita is our Sam Lutfi.
Yes. So, good luck.
The handler, yeah. That's what she is.
The handler.
Mm-hmm.
Handler, enforcer, whatever. Tomato, tomato.
So, again, we're asking these questions because, it may be something that the defense wants to hit on.
Sure.
I mean, you never know what they're going to want to talk about.
Well, and I could see that angle. Just like, well, why were you contacting them in the middle of the night? Well, he had this weird experience. I don't know what else to say.
Girls, we've been friends. She is the best. We've been friends for a while now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're close. We tell each other all things, some very personal things. How many times have I ever texted you in the middle of the motherfucking night to tell you that Lonnie had a bad dream?
Let me see.
I remember that one time at band camp.
and there was that one time at that apple orchard.
I mean, it's an odd.
Zero.
Thank you.
And so when we talk about this stuff, it's for that purpose, right?
Yep.
So that
lean in
morning,
and listen.
when David talked to Lori, did he express any concerns to you about JJ's whereabouts?
Did he express any concerns to
David.
me?
Mhm.
I don't recall him expressing concerns.
On the drive home, did you guys talk or text Lori or Chad?
No, I mean, what would we have said about JJ? Just, I know that he questioned.
Wait, what?
So now she's gonna suddenly remember. Just try. There's a really, really damning and I mean very weird story about JJ that the cops have, and they're trying to get her
To voluntarily give it.
explain that, but
Ah.
yeah. So this is kind of like a.
But she's having one of those lapses in her her brain is
But
cramping.
she'll remember. But I think she's just trying to package it correctly.
Yes,
She's
yes.
trying to pick the right shade of bullshit.
Correct. That's difficult to,
Now
especially
it's the numero dos and her
yeah, it's there. Now it's
face off.
mm-hmm. Ron ain't
Or,
fucking
where
with you
is
no
JJ?
more.
Let me see if he has a zombie in him. And he didn't believe it. I mean, I don't remember.
Was he saying that kind of mock? Or
Um,
was he really?
no, I think he was genuine. Yeah, he's not a mocker. He's pretty genuine about these kind of things. I just don't remember that full conversation.
And that's why I asked, because if he was concerned, right?
Oh,
JJ has
right,
a
like he was,
zombie in him,
yeah.
it would be.
She's
I would think
mirroring
that
him.
maybe you guys would
Yeah.
maybe discuss that if you could remember a discussion on the way home, because it was kind of a long drive, right? And then
She's
during
an
that drive,
empath,
there was
probably.
3 or 4 phone calls that you made later.
Maybe
during
she's a
that drive,
Pisces.
And do you remember what that conversation was?
Jogging my memory. Holy cow.
I know it's a lot to remember.
Here we go with the holy cow.
Just,
Well, and
I don't even know if I would have remembered because it wasn't significant enough for me to remember. There's certain things I remember, and some things I'm like, don't remember that.
Yeah, like a child's murder. Don't remember that. There goes that demon.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh my God.
It's possible we could have talked about it. I mean, it's highly possible. Do I remember? I don't remember the words.
I don't remember.
I
the
did not
words.
sing them to her.
It's not a fucking song, lady. I don't remember the words.
Oh my God. It's a script, probably.
Oh God. Not a
No,
script.
no. Don't say that trigger word.
You mean her on the phone with you? Was she?
I don't even remember the conversation. That's the hard part.
Okay, Stephanie.
I don't even remember talking to her.
would you guys?
It was like 11. It was like 1,000 years ago.
That's not unusual. That's not unusual.
It's not unusual
Usual to be loved by anyone. Do-do-do-do-do.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
But when I see you hanging about with anyone. Come on, Esther, let's go.
It's not unusual to see me cry. I want to die.
I die.
Yeah, it's actually quite morbid, isn't it? That's a morbid song.
It is.
Look at the hand of her.
And there where I didn't. In
The
the beginning, yeah. And then
Oh, is this the remix?
Waka.
Come on, Esther.
I don't remember the conversation. I'm sorry. I'm sure she probably talked about those things. That's all that seemed to be on her mind all the time.
Me too, Allie. I love that.
Me too.
Thanks, Allie.
I mean, yeah, if they bring them up, they're gonna wherever they ask. I don't remember them.
Bing bang. And she is the witch doctor.
Yeah.
She is.
She's been over there.
Yeah.
You know what time he left?
Yes, she does have a channel.
We probably talked.
She sure does.
We shall put it in the.
We shall.
Chat love.
Thank you.
Yes, he was there when I got there that day or the next day. Because I remember they were doing their little music thing they had going on, so he was there then. And then we walked around the track. or Thursday, I don't remember. And
You can really see that
think it was Sunday. I mean, I know,
wheel.
okay, yes, it
Mhm.
was.
Bless that poor little hamster. That Will needs WD-40. That hamster's got a bad knee. It's bad.
We interacted with
She's
him
got
on Sunday.
4 days she has to remember. 4 days.
Mhm.
And she can't even. 4? And she can't even get those right.
4?
Please, sir, can I have some more? Holy God.
I
You
love
can't
your
have any
no
meat
sweat
until you
gland,
have your.
Andy.
You can't have any pudding until you've had your meat.
Oh man. 144,000.
Was he at the house?
Holy cow!
Anyway, he was at one point. I remember he was in the kitchen at one point, and I remember David was there. So I just
Thank
remember
you,
they were
Team
both in the house at the
Sideboard.
same time. Do I remember exactly what it was? No. But he always seemed to like to go home because of his wife, so he didn't want to upset her. I had that feeling, something like that. So he probably didn't stay too late. And he was not there when we did the podcast. He was gone already. I bet you got a lot more information from the text, so you guys know a little bit more about their whereabouts.
Oh, I didn't
They were
know
always
that,
texting
girl.
each other.
Oh, thank you, Cement
But, you know,
Shoes.
You know more than me.
So,
Oh.
This vodka's not strong enough anymore.
No.
Do
I
you
need to go to
hear-
the bathroom and powder my nose because this ain't getting it at all.
Do
She's
you hear
trying
the
to snort
noise?
it now.
Do you hear the noise it's making though? Y'all, let me roll it back because it
Because
sounds like
she's squeezing and sucking. So I don't know whoever said she had skills,
You know more
but
than me.
But she has no gifts.
But
no,
you know more than
none.
me.
So,
Look at her.
But, you know,
She even recognizes. What the fuck?
so,
So,
I know you're trying to help
so
me.
your
July the
answer.
22nd.
Look, your straw's probably stuck on a piece of ice, Brainiac. The answer is not to cock your head to and approach the straw from a different angle.
my head is gonna explode.
I know.
It's on fire.
Here, I'll just pat it down for you. I'll pat it down. It'll be grand.
Please.
Like us girls do. You know how we're always touching each other's hair.
Oh my gosh. I think I was just spiritually married to someone in my past probation.
Was it me?
So 27th would have been a Sunday,
Quite possible.
and that's the night of the podcast. And that's the night that David got there,
No, we got there, I think the day
or
before.
was it on a Saturday? Okay,
It
so,
was either Friday night or Saturday night.
but do you recall Chad being at the house
Floor's lava.
on the 22nd?
That's my favorite game.
I know it's tough.
I'm gonna say there's a high chance he was. Right this moment, I have to put pieces together. To figure it out. The days
She's at
blend
that
to me.
stage
When you're there 5 days and you're
She's at that stage now of drunkenness from the vodka that she's going a little bit sway there in the chair. She doesn't know how
Yes.
to keep it. Yeah,
There's all kinds of gravity in this mug.
yeah. You should have stayed away from the pushing. Stay away from it.
She's like not sure if this detective is defective or if I'm if I need adjustment. Wait, maybe I need to come on this side. Hello. Hello.
Oh my
Hello.
Peekaboo. Where's Melanie?
There she is.
trying to figure out which day, that's hard for me.
The morning of the
It's hard for
23rd.
me. Listen, girl, me and Dr. B and Sam and the whole gang, it's hard for me to figure out which day to, girl. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if only there was like a device that you could carry around with you everywhere. And if you open it, it tells you that not only the date, but the fucking time. Can you imagine if something like that existed?
We should
Yeah.
invent one. We could call
We
it a
should.
stopwatch. A
Yes.
stopwatch.
Can you imagine the amount of money we would make on that, Sam? Why hasn't anybody thought of this before? We're
Don't
fucking
know.
geniuses,
It's a wonder Tom Cruise didn't think of it earlier.
right?
Yeah.
He's
I
too
feel
busy
him
working on
coming.
his billion-year contract.
Peekaboo. Melody's not impressed with Tom.
Ooh, I see. Look, that's the face you make when you see the tooth in the middle of the face.
Let me try this side.
Oh, no, it's worse.
Okay. There you go. Ooh.
Up and about in the kitchen when you guys get ready to go. Does she say anything about?
Did he just say
Looks like-
fish don't fry in the kitchen? Is that what he said?
I don't know, but someone asked what the detective is doing. It looks like he has the calendar up. He's looking
Your
at the month.
hose now.
He's about to corner you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her face.
Oh, damn.
Crap. Holy cow.
You know what's going on in her head right now?
Fish don't fry in the kitchen. No.
This.
I would have thought it would be Calm Down Girl. That would be playing in her head.
Calm
I
down.
don't have that accessible right now.
We need to make that accessible at all times.
I didn't see him there. I don't
Yes.
remember seeing him there. I don't remember.
Did she talk to him that morning or anything?
I don't know. David remembers this part best because he had a conversation.
Oh, I thought
with
David
her,
didn't remember
and he
anything.
remembered-
I thought you don't need to talk to David, though.
Yeah, I thought David's memory was just
Blocked.
gone.
It was just blocked. He's blocked all of it out.
Mm-hmm.
remembered it because we were leaving and, you talked
Mhm.
about now I remember that whole conversation to whatever I was listening. I know he was over here and I felt like I was in the living room for some reason. But I couldn't remember. I was like, oh, was it that day or that? I was kind of trying to think, was that Saturday or was it Sunday or what day did she say that? And so he did remember that it was that day, which I'm grateful that he remembered it was that day.
Sure.
But yeah, I remember her telling me about how, and I remember she was doing my hair.
Oh,
I think it was
jeez.
that morning.
Oh, she's to blame.
She's
Don't,
doing
she's
that. She's doing that one hair, only one, the one that stands out. It has to be perfectly done with the hair straightener so it stands out to that degree.
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
97 degrees from scalp.
I'll try to find a photo of Melanie and Lori in their podcast days.
So it really helps if I can start remembering things associated with it.
With Sunday?
Yeah, she did my hair. She cut my hair in the bathroom downstairs.
Oh my God.
And she even colored it. She couldn't do upstairs, but it was enough room, so went downstairs. So we were in her bedroom.
She
We were in
cut your hair
bedroom.
downstairs
Yeah, I think.
or upstairs?
No, downstairs. And then it seemed like we started off in her bedroom.
Oh my God.
Doing
Oh,
my hair. And then she's like, let's just go downstairs. It's easier down there. I don't know why. I can't remember the reason. She just thought it was easy. Now, she had all her stuff up there. So I don't
Upstairs?
know. Yeah, I mean, that was all her. Well, because there was hardly anything downstairs in that bathroom. There wasn't a lot down there. It was pretty empty. I remember. That was probably a few things.
I
in there, not
remember.
much. So it was small. So anyway, I was sitting there and I remember looking in the mirror and I remember David was back there in the kitchen. I don't know. I mean, he was somewhere in the house, obviously. And then I remember her doing my hair here. And her cutting it, and David didn't like my hair short. So anyway, it's a long story. But anyway, she's just trying to trim it up. I remember it was like off a little bit. And it was pizza boxes or something. And JJ was trying to cut them something. I'm trying to remember what she would have made for breakfast. And she wasn't a cooker. She wasn't much of a cooker. We had
Oh.
something-
Cooker.
and
A
obviously
hooker,
not
a
much,
Now,
not
let
much
me
of a
ask you this.
hairstylist either.
Multiple probations. Were you 100% believer in that?
Probably sounded like I was, but there was always that question mark. Everything's a question mark for sure, but did I sound like I believed in it? Yeah,
All right, so this is Lori and Melanie.
Oh, I'd be upset about that haircut too. I can't blame you.
And this is another one. So
I
yeah.
tried to.
11 billion
I tried
filters
really
on
long
them.
time. She'd tell me stuff like, and then sometimes I was like, I don't like this because I'm not.
This must be her
Well,
questioning
I haven't
things
lived very many
face.
lives.
What was your
Yes.
spiritual name that she used?
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
I don't remember shit. Another name. Man, it's the memories.
And then how were you related to her? How were you related to Lori?
So she was Joseph Smith, but I forgot his name now. But
Where
one of
is
his
she?
descendants, right? One of his great grandfathers. So he was his great Joseph Smith. Anyway, her name was Mary Smith, and he was whoever the other Smith man was.
Peekaboo.
I forgot. I used to know. And I was the oldest of all her kids, and I was Phoebe. And then the last one was Christina.
Peekaboo.
She would have Christina
Hi.
last, or the second to last, something like that. She had like 10.
With the same
something like
father?
that. Yeah, so
Mhm.
she only had one husband in that one, according to her. Now, I don't believe that now, just for the record. I
Right.
do not believe any of this stuff.
So Lori was your mom.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes, you heard that correct.
I heard.
I heard.
Lori was her mom.
Because there's times you call her mom and some
Yeah,
text messages.
Yeah.
Um,
Did I 100% believe in it? Say like,
She called her mom. Let that sink in. Whew.
And to question if she 100% believes in it. You're
Right.
older than her.
This was supposed to be in another lifetime. Like, we've all talked about this. Like, I feel like you do, there's certain people that you do multiple lifetimes with, right?
Yeah.
But, and it is possible one of you jokers was my mom in a former life, but I'm not going to call you mom in this motherfucking life.
I mean, we
We're
may
not
or
mo-
may not. We may or may not call someone daddy, but
That's a different conversation.
For a different type of life.
Correct.
Ooh, okay, come on. See, I always want to call her Stephanie.
I buried in the 90s at times, but I tried to like, is this really, I mean, they would obviously be like, is this really true? This is so far out here, I definitely question all of it. I mean,
Well,
yeah, throw a couple
but it
more
sounded like I did,
definitelys
'cause I
in
remember
there.
Uh-huh.
that I did.
and that's the thing we want to address is,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be something the defense hits on, right?
Sure.
Based on all this stuff,
Max. Hola,
reading the
tia
text
Jenn.
messages and conversations, it looks like you were probably close to Lori more than anybody in that group, even probably more than Zulema.
Yeah.
And so, be prepared. That's probably something that they're going to hit on. And
Yeah.
there are some text messages
Yeah.
where you call her mom and you talk about different things.
Yeah.
Charles being shorter because he's possessed.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
things like
Oh!
that.
Demons shrink you?
That it does make it look like.
I
And
believed it.
I can believe that you believed it, right? I mean, they're manipulative.
Uh-huh.
And there's things that they said and people bought into.
Yeah.
We just want to get ahead of all that stuff
You want to
before it
prepare
comes
me.
out in court, right?
And that's my testimony is always going to be like it's going to sound like it. If he said it's going to sound like it, according to text, I believed it. And yes, I did believe it to a certain level. But can you ever believe in something 100% that's not true? Well, I don't think any of us can. But that's my thing is, you believe it enough to sound like you believe in it.
Well, I know.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense because a lot of people who believe in what.
Actually, it doesn't make sense.
It makes zero sense.
Why are they lying to her?
Because the cops are allowed to lie. She's lying to them, so I guess turnabout's fair play.
It is, but it's just so confusing when they say,
Yeah, I know.
oh, height is definitely a factor. It factors into your, level of lightness.
Oh.
The
I'm
decimals
average.
and
I'm 5'4". That's average. So I wouldn't. But I've packed a lot of evil into this average body.
Whatever faith they believe in.
Right.
will sometimes question that faith.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah. Like if I
Yeah.
say, do I believe in my church? Is it 100%? Yeah. I believe 100%. Do I believe in Lord? Not 100%.
But have there
Never
been times with your church that you're like, sure make it hard sometimes?
Oh, no, I always know it's
Yeah.
his. I always know it's his.
I think there's a lot of people out there that are like that. They'll just go,
No, don't always believe in everything. Sometimes I might be like, oh, I'm not sure about how I feel about vaccines and prophet doing it. Yeah, I have a little bit of that feeling. So, but
Thank you, AJ.
I know that. That is my 100%.
Thank you, AJ.
But I was never 100% with them. Even though I maybe acted like it, maybe I sounded like it.
We'll understand. They're
I
gonna
thought you
look
didn't
at it
know
like this, and I'm
deception,
just gonna play
Melanie.
devil's advocate. All right.
Go ahead.
She's learning.
If
real
you didn't-
quick, are you done? Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's be done here. We need to talk to you about some other things.
Okay.
But I want, if we're gonna be done.
Oh, you mean this room?
Yeah. Real quick, Phoebe. It was Phoebe, and what else? Did you say Christina?
That wasn't me, but Christina was one of her daughters. Did I make that clear? I'm sorry.
Christina.
I was Phoebe, and Christina, the other Nicole and Christina.
Oh, the other
Friends,
gal. Yeah.
she was one of her daughters.
Schmieda's
Do you remember what her
pictures.
name was?
Goes up to our
If you asked me, I
Schmieda.
might remember, but if I can come off the top of my head, no.
Oh, okay.
So that was our good old Melanie Gibb.
Wow. How come it cut
Yeah.
off right there? How come is there a part 2 or something? Obviously, there
No.
must be a part 2. Be quiet, Jen.
Somewhere, but not here.
It's not been released.
Not that I've seen. No. There's a. Oh, well, you know what we should play now? The phone call.
Tell me. Okay.
Phone call.
Let's play the phone call.
Yes, Melanie Gibb. So this is a phone call that Melanie recorded and then gave to the police.
Because she a snitch.
Yep,
Which-
where she basically, wants to, what do you call it? Clear
Distance
her.
herself.
Yes, that's what she's doing. And the phone call was played in the Chad Daybell preliminary hearing. So
Okay.
This is a recording on December 8th at 3:43 p.m.
and just notice that Melanie is going to be turned the opposite direction, like she can't even face,
Okay.
I am calling Chad Daybell's phone number, and hopefully I will be talking to both of them, Chad and Lloyd. So here goes the phone call.
Hello?
Hello, sweet Melanie.
Hi, Chad. Hey, Lori. How are you?
Sweet Melanie.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're enough with the phone. How are you guys? Okay, how are you doing, babe? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I was wondering, where are you guys?
We're just hanging out.
Hanging out? Are you in Idaho?
At this time, they were missing, right? They were
Right, I remember this. Okay.
Yes.
It's all coming back.
Where she was supposed to surrender the kids, and then there was an arrest warrant, and she was blah, 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 blah.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you a question, if you don't mind, Lori. Yeah, of course. I want to know, you remember we talked about JJ going to Kay's house, and you told me they went there, and now he's not there? I was wondering what happened.
That's not a very smooth icebreaker.
That is literally the worst.
Right. Well, here comes Lori's response.
I had to move him somewhere else because of her actions. So
The kids were dead at this
doing
point.
something? Like, was she trying to come get him or something, or like trying to kidnap him? Well, she said that lots of times before, but okay. When I asked Chad the other day, I was like, hey, where is JJ? And he said, for my security, he didn't want me to know. So is there a reason I should be in danger to know where he is? No, it's nobody. It's his danger. It's the danger that there's people after me.
I don't blame him, Sugar Beet.
We just felt that if you knew, that puts you in it.
Yeah, the couple in the background, they are JJ's grandparents. Yeah.
Danger.
Grandpa, I don't want to be this person, but, and I know you've suffered a lot, but you're wearing your mask wrong.
I know that was a big deal because this was just at the beginning of
COVID.
Yeah, and this was like one of the in court appearances, and they were making a big deal out of social distancing and the masks. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm scared for him because the level of paranoia back then was like.
Yeah, and also I remember correctly, he was sick. He's been sick before. Like he's got some things going on health wise.
Yeah.
That would make him at
vulnerable.
risk.
Yeah. Bless them. They've been through so much. Man.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I remember, I can't remember what it was that I watched, but it was sort of like, it was from their perspective and just all the things that they did to try to find those kids, to try to get on the phone with those kids. The anguish when they went to the house that they thought they were at and then they weren't there.
Yeah.
I admire I feel like his arms are crossed because he's holding his own self back, because I would probably want to also jump across that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know anything, then they don't have to say they know. Right, so you're just worried. Okay. I'm just to keep him protected and
keep you protected.
And keep everybody else good. I appreciate that. Well, I was wondering why you told the police why he was with me.
Oh, thank you, Cayman's mom forever. That's so sweet.
Oh, thank you.
I just needed to have somebody so I wouldn't have to tell them where he really was, because they were going to tell Kay where he is. Oh, yeah. So do you think it's like your family, or, like your family, your dad, or,
And Kay's doing great, keeping her composure, because I would also be crawling by now.
Yeah.
I would be crawling over those pew, pew, pews.
Well, my family, well, not my whole family, but as you know, most of my family is working against me and with her, basically. Yeah. Is JJ safe? He is safe and happy. Okay, well, that's good to hear. Are you afraid of anything? Are you afraid to tell me that you're just afraid that that I could be in danger? If I knew, how could that hurt me? I don't understand how that could hurt me if I knew where he was. Well, I'm just not telling anybody so that nobody has to say where he is or get questioned to where he is, so I can keep him as safe as possible.
Cayman's mom forever.
Yeah.
That is what set her off.
Okay, I hope that he's okay. I hope you guys are okay. I did have a question that I asked Al at one point, your brother, if I wanted to know,
First of all, Melanie, you called to ask a question. You've asked about 50 already.
And that he could not be found. So what does that mean? I don't know why he would say that, but it's the same story. I don't even want Al to know. I don't want anybody to know, so that nobody has to be worried about it. I mean, nobody has to be questioned about it so he can be safe. Yeah, so are you, how long are you gonna be away for? Like, are you ever gonna be able to come out and come back to society again? Or are you gonna keep, come back?
Come back to society. They're in friggin' Hawaii. What, is Hawaii not in society? The fuck?
Right? Come on now.
I will do whatever the Lord needs me to do every day, so. I just wondered if I was ever gonna see you again. Absolutely, you will. Okay, so. Yep. So maybe when they're done chasing you, you'll be able to come out of, JJ will come out again, or? Yeah, it's a ridiculous thing for them to be working with Kay to find me. There's nothing that's gone on that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're working with her in some dark capacity. The police are working with her in some.
Yeah, that's a difficult question. Is she considered criminally insane? The fact that they're now trying to establish her competency back to stand trial tells me that there's probably enough faking or whatever that she's done to convince the state psychiatrists and psychologists that she does, and she does sound delusional when they talk about this. You can qualify it as delusions. So that might be the only thing that she may argue, but it's not going to be enough to be to get her off as not guilty, because there's no history of mental illness for her that I'm aware of. These delusions seem to only benefit, like, in her benefit. Typically when people are suffering from a psychosis, it's not this calculated. So, and it seems that here there is a motive, and the motive was the insurance policy, as it has been in the past for her. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's more evidence to suggest that this was actually a murder conspiracy than a mentally ill person, in my opinion.
There's no reason for them to be after me in the first place. Yeah, has she threatened you at all? Yes, lots of times. Oh boy, what did she say? Well, it's in emails and everything. So, like, she said she was going to come take them, or she was.
Every time, Chad, and it's evident in this phone call in terms of, the question, was she manipulated or was he manipulated? And I think they're a perfect storm, kind of like NK and CW, where, like, he's not very smooth. He's not very like antisocial minded like Lori is. So
Yeah.
he'll blab his mouth even during this phone call. He's completely awkward, not behaving accordingly, like totally weird. And Lori then takes over and talks for him, basically shuts him up because he's saying too much, type of thing. And Lori also is on to Melanie as well, because she calls her out and she says, "Are you're probably recording this for the police?" So yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, I'll say.
Sounds like it. I'm just worried for you guys because, he's missing.
Oh, the Wells.
And,
Yeah.
I know exactly where he is.
I don't know about the Wells, because I've noticed that if you like say their names 3 times, they like start appearing. So I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, because one of them likes to call in a lot, so I don't know.
It might be fun though. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. Okay, well, I hope so. I had a scripture I wanted to share with you, if you don't mind. I'd love it. I was thinking about
Yes, you sound like you'd love it.
And I saw the scripture today, and I wanted to
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about scripture. Okay. So, did Alma turn himself into King Noah, or what was he required to do?
Well, King Noah was incredibly wicked.
Yes.
And so he fled his evil ways, which is adultery and living riotously and breaking all the commandments.
Right. So what was he required to do, Alma?
He had to go and flee so that he would be safe, and then help other people realize how jacked up the system was and the government was.
What about Moroni? What was he required to do at the end?
She was calling to ask you a question, Lori, but okay.
And bury them. That was
What
his
did he
responsibility.
do to do that? What did he have to do to do that? Did he hide?
He had to hide. He had to hide because they were so. Everybody was killing everybody in the society. Everybody was dying. They were killing all the Nephites.
And the scriptures had to hide in the cavity of a rock by day and go out by night.
The prophets did.
They did.
Yeah. Okay.
So
well, thank you for sharing that with me. Okay. This scripture is just something that may be thoughtful for you. For behold, this is Doctrine and Covenants, section 3, verse 7 and 8. It says, for behold, you should not have feared man more than God. Although men set not the counsels of God and despise his words, yet you should have been faithful, and he would have extended his arm and supported you against all the fiery darts of the adversary. He would have been with you in every trouble. So when we work with the Lord and are obedient, he's going to protect us from adversarial darts and all kinds of negativity. But when we open the door to Satan, he comes in and then he attacks, and then he takes away to make it look like somebody else took it away. But that's not how God works. He doesn't work in darkness.
I agree with you 100%. And that's what the Lord is doing for me. Exactly what he's doing for me.
Oh, it just sounds weird.
Open the door for darkness, Mel. Darkness is knocking on the door all the time because that's the way dark works with the light. And I promise you that I have done nothing wrong in this case, but sometimes you have to hide in the cavity of a rock for your own life safety. And that's what the Lord requires of you sometimes. And that's how it is. And I'm sorry that's how it is, because there is a lot of darkness on the earth.
I know.
It's been after me for zero reason besides the darkness of Kay, which you already know she's dark.
I haven't met her enough to know if she's dark or not. I've just met her slightly, and she seemed like a normal kind of person, but then I haven't engaged with her that much, so I don't know that personally.
So you don't know about her changing the thing for herself to be the beneficiary of the policy and all that stuff. None of that's dark, right?
Well, I haven't seen those documents, so I have no way of knowing.
You've seen them on my computer.
No, I have not. I haven't even looked in on your computer before. You haven't showed me anything.
I don't know why you're being controversial to me, or if you're recording this conversation for the police or whatever. I don't know what you're.
Or whatever.
This phone call.
Well,
but I love with all my heart, and I have forever, and I will always.
I appreciate those words, but if you really loved me, you wouldn't have told the police that I had JJ with me. That's not what a friend does. I mean, that just makes me look weird, and it's not safe for me.
Yeah, that's not what makes you look weird, but okay.
If you love me.
I do, and I did exactly what I felt. And I appreciate
excellent timing, Shmita.
And I never do anything to harm you. And you can have all of this confirmed to you by the Lord.
I have. And my conscience is clear. I feel very understanding what's really going on, Lori. And I believe that.
Yes, Sally. That's exactly what they're doing.
Very deceived by Satan. I believe that he has tricked you. And I don't believe that what you're doing is correct. I just don't. I mean, Tammy dies, and then your husband died, and then he's missing. It just doesn't sound like God's plan to me. just sounds, it gives me a gut feeling, like in my gut, it feels weird. It doesn't feel right. I don't have peace about it. I never have felt 100% peace about it. I always felt like a little weird in my stomach about all these things.
You know me, Mel.
Have you considered taking a Tums?
She reminds me of that lady. I'm backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. My daddy taught me good. And I'm backing the hell out of here. And I'm like, oh my God, holy cow, holy cow.
Holy cow!
This does not sound like you. This sounds like you've been influenced by somebody dark who wants you to
Melanie's believe
darkness and have fear.
She done throwed the shade of the darkness. The night is dark and full of terrors.
Now I have a piece of conscience and I can see clearly.
I can see clearly now.
The rain
is gone.
It's gonna be a bright.
Hey, Rena. Bright sunshine day.
I love how she's justifying herself. Totally justifying herself with scripture.
Mm-hmm.
And where were the kids found? I can't remember that part.
At Chad Daybell's.
I know you do.
On his property. Yes.
So hidden behind a rock.
Correct.
So she was actually saying where they were without saying where they were.
Yes.
Christ, when he comes again, and he's coming soon, and we will all stand there, and you will know at that point that he has supported me and has supported me the whole time, and I have not been deceived.
I just want to testify that I know Tammy does have the conspiracy theories. My sister-in-law's right behind it all, and I hope that you're not being influenced by that dark.
Shut up, Chad.
Shut up, Chad.
I'm sorry, you said your sister-in-law? I don't even know her.
Oh, I know, but she's coming up with the same type of theories. And it's just not true. My own children were there. They testified that Tammy had been getting weaker and sick, and I begged her to go to the doctor. Her heart was failing her. She was physically falling apart, and she hates doctors. And she just passed away. That's how it happened. My son Garth was right there with me the whole time. My kids were at the house within 20 minutes of her passing. There were 2 coroners. They checked her out right there on the bed.
Just for the record, I do not hate doctors because they're the ones that prescribe the fun pills. So don't buy that bullshit if somebody tries. She hated doctors. No, the fuck I did not.
It's absolutely sick. I know I've been told for years that Tammy would pass away at a young age. And I had no idea that Lori would even be a part of my life. I just knew that my life had 2 segments.
Yes.
And
one on the one side of the prison wall, and the other segment is on the other side of the prison wall.
Correct.
You got this correct, Chad.
I know Tammy's on a special mission, and she's with my kids. She's visited them. There's so much, Melanie, that you just have to have faith, and this is not some sort of master plan. There's no way Lori and I could ever come up with this. It's just...
You can understand my concern, correct?
You totally did come up with this. What are you talking about?
But from
someone who knows as much as you know, no, not really. But we can feel Dave's influence on you. I can feel that for sure.
He's a very good man. He has a very strong foundation, that I know.
I know, but he seems to be the one that's putting the doubts in your mind.
No, you know what? I have come to understand that my gut feeling, I was not listening to it. And I always felt uncomfortable with many things.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry that I included you in those teachings then for your own sake, because I wish that you didn't have as much knowledge as you have, because you will be accountable for the knowledge that you do have, no?
So are you.
Ooh.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I have no fear.
Yeah.
I have no fear of that.
But I really, as I was reading the story of Chloroform, and it is so very similar to this, you just can't see it. But he did it because he was trying to reclaim a people, and he thought at the very end, because of his carnal and natural desires, that's what influenced him.
Allie, right?
And he was very, very
Carnal natural desires?
Well, honey, you got a lot of natural desires. We all know that.
Oh?
That's what you think is me, Cora? Are you kidding me right now?
I think both of you have similarities.
Oh, Sam, love you. Thank you
Sam,
for
love
being
you.
up
Thank you for coming up.
And you can come back too if you
Come
can.
back
Yes,
too.
they are. I live by the scriptures, as you know.
I know, but we can rest the scriptures for our own vain glory.
If I rested the scriptures?
We can do that, and I feel that you have to see our belief systems.
Do I rest the scriptures? Is that what you're accusing me of at this point?
I feel that you have.
This is about to be a cat fight.
Why do you feel that way? I need an explanation on this.
Because if you look, like the scripture just shared. Okay,
you read the scriptures every single day, you know?
I know you read them. I don't doubt that. But this scripture right here says that you will be supported by all against the fiery darts of the adversary. You would have been supported if you had not opened dark portals and dark junk. You would have been safe if you would have obeyed God. He would have had your back. But you have been chased and tortured.
Whether you do this or not,
I'm sorry?
he has your back. So,
well, if he has your back, you would not be able to tell me where you are, and we couldn't find JJ. Like, where is he? I've been asking, where is he? And you know what I mean? Like,
I can tell everything where JJ is right now, and that would not be good for JJ. So, I'm sorry that you don't want me to protect my children, but I would never ask you to not protect your children.
Of course you wouldn't.
So I can tell that you're just adversarial, Mel. I love you. I'm sorry that you feel this way.
Because I actually do care.
So
I'm sharing what I feel for you
Yay!
because I know your salvation's in trouble for what you've done.
Sorry about
my
that.
salvation is not in trouble at all.
No problem.
And I think you should check that with the Lord again.
Oh, I felt
I
a
think
lot of things.
from now on, whenever us girls have a debate, this is how it should be.
Yes.
Dr. B, I'm going to need you to check your scriptures because I would never not ask you to not protect your children. Like, I wouldn't tell you to not protect Stella B. And I mean,
listen, Jen, listen. You're going to need to check that with the Lord again, all right? Because obviously, I have a screenshot that I was sent, and you clearly say that you would definitely imply that I would not protect my Stella B. So, yeah, check that with the Lord.
I did check that with the Lord, and I'm tired of your carnal knowledges and your intuition.
Knowledges.
And you knocked on the door, and then the darkness came in, and then
Listen,
just
Linda, listen. Just listen, Linda. How does she know about his carnal knowledge?
She has carnal desires, or now I don't know what the hell she said.
Jezebel.
Yeah, hookity hook hooker. That's right. I'm the woman with the fire behind my eyes and the hot head.
Well, you know what?
What?
Well, you're going to be held accountable for your knowledge.
And I know that, and so will you.
I know.
You're very adversarial.
Thank you for letting me know. I know very well that I will be held accountable.
She doesn't even go here.
I'm the one married to Moroni, not you.
This lifetime, bitch.
I'm your mama, okay?
You're not my mama.
Not your mama. I'm your sister.
Feel that way, sweetheart. I'm sorry that you're friends with all those who are against you. Joseph Smith's friends turned against
I'm not a friend. I'm not friends with
Joseph Smith's friends turned against him.
Apparently you are.
I am not. I don't know Kay. I don't know who you're talking about. Your sister. I don't even know what her name or who she is. I don't know any of those people. Why would they contact me anyway? How would I even know about that?
Because they were staying in the
Well, you're
apartment
friends
for the
with
4
Dave,
days.
and he's apparently,
Well, David is a very righteous man, and I've always known that grounding about him. And he has a lot of beautiful experiences with the Lord, and these are not the same. You know, when you get the priesthood, that's Peter, James, and John shows up, and then he confirms all of those in the circle that are to get it, and everybody's a witness of that. Everybody's a witness that the pattern is in the scriptures. There's no witness that you ever receive what you think you received. Nobody has seen that but you.
This
There's
is
no
a Mormon
witness.
thing.
The witness, Joseph Smith, Oliver Cowdery,
Must
Martin
be.
Harris, the 8 witnesses, they all showed
Lord.
up.
Was there a witness when Jesus, Heavenly Father, gave that to Joseph Smith by himself in the grove? Was there a witness?
Because
No,
God
but
knew that the
he had it later
Americans
with
would
other
need
people.
witnesses.
That was one experience, but others joined in later. When he brought other people into it, they had
Is that in the
experiences.
scriptures, yes or no?
I'm sorry?
Is that in the scriptures, yes or no?
That Joseph was alone when he saw God the Father and Jesus Christ?
Yes,
Yes, he was alone.
he was alone.
But he had to open it up first.
That's not a pattern at all.
Honey, what I'm saying is that after he saw that and other people
Girl.
joined in, they saw the things with him. He wasn't alone. There was a witness for them. There was no witness. Anybody's never.
This is like arguing with the truthers.
This is like, this is fascinating to me because faith is faith, right? Like you don't see it, you
Mhm.
can't hear it, you can't smell it, right? All the things, right? But they're now asking for witnesses. So if nobody saw it, it didn't happen. How is that? I don't understand. This is
Mhm.
confusing. Oh, my tummy just growled. Did you hear it?
We did. That was the demon. Stop. Jen, we know you're a -7 on the scale.
I am the dark side.
Oh my God.
seen what you've seen or experienced what you've seen. That is your own witness, but nobody
I know
said that.
No, God knows it, and I will never deny it. For my soul would be at stake if I did. So you can say it didn't happen to me now, but if I say it, then I am accountable. You didn't witness it, but I did.
But your behaviors is not, okay, I understand that's what you believe you saw, but this is the thing, as I see, is that your behavior is not one of somebody that's in Christ. Your behavior. What?
Never had any idea that you would be the person of all people to turn me. I cannot believe
I am asking questions, and I am concerned for you. That is what somebody does when they care.
You don't sound like you're concerned. You sound like you're accusatory. You do not sound concerned.
Okay, I point to Lori because she does sound
I am
accusatory.
troubled. Maybe that's the better word. Troubled. Because these things, like you being with Chad before he's even divorced, is unusual behavior for a person that's seen Jesus Christ.
I was never with him, and he was never divorced.
Honey, I've seen you guys together. So I haven't ever seen you with, I've never seen you with Chad kiss him and walk around the track at BYU with him. I never saw that. You see,
you're the one that's just feeling guilty about being with someone before they were divorced.
Oh, honey.
What's significant about walking around the track?
What we're talking about here.
I don't get it.
So before before they killed Tammy, Lori and Chad's relationship became very public very quickly.
Right.
So they would be walking around the track at BYU and hold hands and whisper and kiss and blah, blah, blah. So they
didn't even hide it.
No. So that's what Melanie's saying because she was with them. So she's saying, "Oh, I didn't see you guys holding hands at the track.
Oh, I didn't witness your hookerage. Got it.
Yes, that's what she said.
I didn't catch you. Oh, I didn't see you being a hoe. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Lori?
Exactly.
He touched the butt. Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. You are going off the deep end.
Well, I'm just saying this is not a behavior of someone that sees Jesus Christ. It's not the behavior.
Really? Have you ever seen Jesus Christ? So do you know what the future behavior would be if you had seen Jesus Christ?
I know that when I pray.
Lord asks me to do every day, and He does protect me, and He is protecting me, and He will protect me against this accusation as well. And we will both stand there with Him, and you tell me if I was lying or not. But we're both standing there with Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh, she done hung up on your ass.
Rude.
Very.
Yep. That was Melanie Gibb part 2. What do you think? What do you girls think about that?
I've never witnessed a Bible off, or scripture off before. That's my first time. I don't. I feel like
accidentally
you muted me.
No, I accidentally unmuted to cough.
Oh, you versus the muting to cough.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what it sounds like to me. To me, and it sounded like this the first time I heard this phone call. It sounds to me like Melanie knows things and was a witness to things and a party to things, and she's made this phone call to try to get herself out of being a witness and a party and a willing partner in things. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Or at least try and get herself wrapped up so she can get out of it. She can have a plea deal of some sort.
Some sort, yeah, like turn state witness and whatnot. Like that. Yeah. Also, anybody that's listening to us or will listen to us in the future, Melanie is not a good friend. She's not a girl's girl, okay? She's a snitch and a rat. And she's just as guilty because she knew all the things that were going on, and now she's trying to get herself out of trouble. She gets a very bad, that's my Google review, -72 stars.
Yeah, right. CDC dogs. This is the point of the roast where we're ready to clear our energies with Julie Rowe.
Can you get her on the Tickety Talks? I need my energy cleared.
Yeah,
I'm blocked.
Yeah, one moment, please.
My energies is blocked. I need a cleansing.
Me too.
And you could tell from Lori's tone, even though she was speaking in more of like she was speaking in scripture, but the way that it translates to me is, look, bitch, you were just as much a part of this as I was, so don't be trying to point your fingers at me.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of head rolling.
Look, I'm sorry that David got mad about the haircut I gave you, all right? But look, there's only so much I can do. Have you seen your hair? Not a miracle worker. The canvas is the canvas, shug.
Oh, this is loud.
Is it?
I'm still looking. Oh, I think I found it. Yes.
Yes, Sam, I am MVP, VVP, MVVP. Yeah. They should not let them talk like this, like with their scriptures and all that, and just straight yes or no answers.
Are we
Where
ready?
were you? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body.
This is Julie's response to all this false throwing.
My back.
My back.
My pussy and my crack. My neck. My back. Lick my pussy and my crack. My neck. My back. Lick my pussy and my crack. My neck. My back. Lick my pussy and my crack. My back. Lick my pussy and my crack.
Get it, girl.
My neck. My back. Lick my pussy and my
Get that energy flowing.
Do it now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. Right
I'm filled with the Holy Spirit.
Suck this pussy just like you should. My back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Show that hair off, girl.
My back,
doesn't look to be enjoying herself.
That was for the haters, because Julie likes to get at the haters. She likes to throw shade.
That was her clapback.
Haters. Yeah, and as she should. You know, they've been harsh on her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. I feel it. That's not the song I would choose for a clapback song, but
yeah,
I feel very strongly about picking the right song at the right time for the right thing. And I see not everybody has those same, and that's fine. That's fine. That's why there's different colors of the rainbow.
Sam, that was Julie Rowe.
Oh, where am I gone now?
That was the one
I don't know. You're
everyone
still
in
here.
the cult loved to hate.
Yes, they talk so much crap about her.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get rid of all these Facebook messages. Yeah, I never heard of her before.
Oh, we'll get to her.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Her day is coming.
Sure is. So yeah, that would be it for this first or second part of Melanie's bangs. My jaw hurts, which is, great.
Yes.
As usual.
My cheeks hurt and my tummy is hungry.
And now I'm ready to retire.
Me too.
This was great, ladies.
It really was.
I'm so excited that you came up with us.
It's nearly
Thank
3
you so
o'clock.
much.
Can't believe I'm awake.
I'm glad you're awake, but I want you to go to sleep right after this. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime and every time.
And thanks everyone in chat. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Mwah.
Love you too.
Okay.
Bye, Sam.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sam.
Well. I mean, shall I serenade?
Yes.
All right.
Please do it.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the mods. Thank you. Shout out to Shamita for highlighting all the comments and putting up the things. I can't think of what they're called right now, but all those things.
Alrighty.
Bye. Good night.